A very warm good afternoon to one and all present. I, Dr. Shivani, welcome you all to the orientation program for the new textbooks developed by the NCERT for the preparatory stage. Yesterday we had technical sessions on English, Hindi, mathematics and Urdu, as well as we had sessions for the bridge program for grade 5 also. Today we will be having sessions for the textbooks for the world around us, art education and physical education and well-being. So without wasting much time, let us start with the session for the world around us. We have with us Dr. Dhanya Krishnan, who is working as Associate Professor, Department of Elementary Education. She has been serving NCERT for the last 15 years. She has contributed in various capacities in textbook development, capacity building of teachers, research and development activities. She is the member coordinator of the World Around Us textbook for grade 4 and also member of CAG of the World Around Us, and she is in the textbook development team of the World Around Us for grade 3 and 4. I welcome you, ma'am, and over to you for the session.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm very happy to be here to present the world around us. As all of you know, from last 2 days, we are listening to the different sessions on different curricular areas like languages, and I'm sure you are curious to know about the world around us as well. So as a team member and the team lead, then I'm very glad to be here to present in front of you about the world around us. Slide, please. See, as all of you know, NEP suggests for a vibrant, Indian-based, culturally driven, technologically driven, responsible citizens having 21st century skills, and we all are striving to have access, equity and quality in Indian education. So in a nutshell, we can say NEP 2020 and NCFSE talks majorly about 3 elements. One is about child, the second is about learning, and third is about the environment. When I say child, the child who is capable, and we believe the child is unique and they are naturally curious. When you say about the learning, the process is perceived as holistic, integrated, interdisciplinary, and engaging as well. And for that, the environment has to be developmentally appropriate, and it has to be responsive and respectful as well. So with this background, NCFSE suggested for a new curricular area, that is for the world around us for preparatory stage. Earlier we had EVS, and NCFSE suggested for the new curricular area, the world around us. It is basically for making the children sensitive to environment. They understand and appreciate the natural, physical, social environment of child, and creating a positive work environment as well. Fundamentally, we are looking for, through the world around us, the new curricular area is that they appreciate the environment. At the same time, we can develop higher order thinking skills like critical thinking, problem solving, decision making. But at the same time, we ensure that this is value oriented and the children will be in a position to apply the learnings into the real world as well. Very happy to project you the cover page of the world around us, Our Wondrous World. The title is remained to be the same as like grade 3. You can see that there is a blend of different elements in the different chapters in the world around us. You can see there are indigenous practices, you can see the developmental element, and you can see that the importance of balanced food, the need for exercise, and the different kinds of landforms. If you can see that the left side there are, you can see the moon, and then the right side you can see in the upper side the sun. So we are a vast variety of the experiences we are trying to be projected through Our Wondrous World. Coming to the structure of the textbook, we have 5 units, and for each unit we have 2 chapters. The first unit, that is our community. If you can remember the grade 3 textbook, we had started from the concept of family and immediate neighborhood, and we progressed to our community. And in community, we have 2 chapters, that is living together and exploring our neighborhood. Whereas the second unit, it is life around us. It talks about, it has 2 chapters. One is nature trail, and that is through a pedagogy of nature trail, we are introducing the vast variety of animals and plants, whereas the 4th chapter is growing up with nature, wherein the different indigenous practices related to nature has been depicted. Coming to the 3rd unit, it has again 2 chapters, that is food for health and happy and healthy living. And the next unit is things around us, where it talks about how things work and how things are made. The last unit, it is about our environment. We have chapter on different lands, different lives, and the last chapter is on our sky. We are talking about different kinds of celestial bodies and the different cultural practices associated with these celestial bodies as well. This is the content page of the textbook. You can see that it is very colorful, and every teacher and students are curious to know about the content of the textbook when a new textbook is introduced at any time. And the teachers always curious, at the same time confused, how are we going to do about it? What kind of pedagogy I'm going to use or transact in this lesson? That is the confusion the teachers have, or the doubt the teachers have. So we have a solution to this. We have kept one separate page specifically for the unit. Here, the teachers will get to know about the vision of the complete unit. We talk about how come this particular unit becomes part of this particular textbook, wherein we have 2 chapters, and the details of the 2 chapters are summarized in terms of 3-4 sentences in the next page. At the same time, we were very careful to make teachers very comfortable in doing this particular, in using any pedagogical approaches. For that reason, we are giving a note to the teacher as well, and how to facilitate the learning process. We are giving how the teacher to be prepared for those chapters. So how to collect the different materials for the chapters, how the teachers can plan for the lesson. The details have been given as a separate section before each unit. The next is about the features of the book. As all of you agree, we, NCERT, developed the textbook in very simple language, and then variety of the activities have been included, whereas we have discussion, we have given spaces for children to write, there is scope for children to have creative expression, making different artifacts, and we have certain activities which children can do in the groups, the peer learning to be facilitated there, and emphasis has been given for the different processes and competencies rather than the content. So we have multiple variety of the pedagogical approaches that we have adopted throughout the book. Coming to the approach, NEP 2020 and NCFSE explicitly talks about the pedagogical approaches as one of the pedagogical approaches is experiential learning. Providing experience doesn't ensure learning. So providing experience followed by opportunity for children to reflect on those experiences gets translated into the process of learning. So we had given plenty of opportunity for children to experience, reflect, discuss in the classroom, and coming to their own inferences about it. At the same time, we had given equal opportunity for children to exploration as well. There are 2 different ways of exploration possible. One is that the characters in the textbook explore, and through that children get a feel of exploration. The second element is that children in the classroom explore things and coming with their inferences. We have used both here. When it comes to interdisciplinary, as I mentioned in the earlier presentation, it is an interdisciplinary approach has been used wherein social science, physical science, environmental education have been blended very organic way, wherein children get the feel of a holistic learning. And when I say contextual, I mean that there are examples from the different states are given, and opportunity for children to find out the examples from their own context. The activities have been designed in such way. And the teachers always we think about how to do that. So we have certain activities There are certain projects which are given and certain experiments to be performed. When I say experiment, as all of you agree, there is a cause-effect relationship that exists in kind of a physical phenomena per se. So children manipulate the different variables and they see that how it's going to affect the phenomenon as well. And there are social phenomena. We have used kind of an extensive use of interview, talking to the elders, their parents, their adults in the locality, and finding out what was the thing, what is their opinion about it, and how it helped in society, or what can I do for this. So observation is there, interactive dialogues, wherever it was adequately required, we had kept, and there are even games. We have tried to integrate the element of games also in this textbook. For giving an insight of what kind of the pedagogical perspectives, then you can see that, as I said, there are exploration. For example, the first chapter, Living Together, we have an activity wherein children observe the locality, identify the people and places in the locality, and try to see that what is the connection between the people and then places. At the same time, another way of exploration is that children observe the different kinds of leaves, they come out with the characteristics of leaves and discuss in the classroom. When I say experiential learning, there is a chapter called How Things Work, wherein the children have to spin different objects and see that whether the spin is different in different things, like they spin the coin, they spin the bangle, they spin different objects, and they see that they observe and they wonder why it happens, and is there anything specific to that particular spin when we use bangle or a kind of maybe a coin? Are there any differences? And they come out with their inferences. And the next illustration, which talks about mindful learning. We have an activity wherein children sit in the circle, and the children are given to eat kind of a food like peanut. The point, this is from a different lands, different lives. This is the chapter title, and we have given the illustration of 4 different types of landform. The first one you can see, that is about the plain, wherein we had given a kind of a village experiences, but at the same time we had shown certain subtle elements of development. You can see that the drones, there as a seed dispersal, and there are other elements. Children have to identify the different things. The idea is that the children do not understand landforms as a geographical feature alone. It is that how a landform can impact the lives of children, that can be depicted through these kind of picture reading activities. The second picture is about the coastal region, wherein they try to understand the plants and animals, the clothing of people, the food habits of people, how they are getting influenced by the kind of the landforms where they live in. So we have 4 pictures of the different landforms. One is about the mountain, the other one is about the desert. The similar approach has been used for all the 4 landforms, where we discuss about the different, visit. It has been done through a visit of children to different landforms, and they try to share their experiences of being there. What were their observations, and how these observations are documented. We are asking them to note down the experiences what they had when they visit the certain places, but we are also careful that even if they have not gone away from their own place, even then they observe certain specific elements of that particular landform, and the people live there. It's not only people, even the plants and animals, and then how through these particular chapters we are trying to make that interdependence of different natural elements and then human as well. So the next slide is about, it's about a game. You have a session on the physical education as well. We try to integrate certain game as well. For example, this is a game on Web of Life. We have certain cards that step-by-step procedures are given for teachers and students to make this game more enjoyable. They have specific cards wherein the plants and animals are written on it. And then through this game, what we are trying is that they should understand the interdependence among the different plants, animals, and other elements like sun, air as well. So one of the elements is missing, then the whole interdependence, the symphony which exists in the environment gets lost. So through these kind of activities, we are trying to touch upon the different kinds of competencies that NCFSE talks about. And at the same time, we have a chapter on sky, as I mentioned. We have an experiment on shadows. See, there are different activities which are given in the textbook for the shadow to see the variations in shadow. See, the first one is that observe the shadows outside, and the second is that they have to extend this knowledge what they have about the shadows even in the classroom. So these experiment will help children to understand it's not only in the presence of sun, any kind of the light source, how the shadow could be formed, but without giving scientific explanation, but children understand there are variations in shadows. When the source is different, when the distance between source and the object is different, and when the time is different, the position, the length of the shadows, and the direction of the shadow in which it is formed also differ. So these elements children experiment in one setting, they observe in multiple contexts, and then hypothesize, and they come out with their own understandings. So the idea is not for children to give any kind of rote learning opportunity, but rather children actively participate in the process of learning. That is how the textbook is designed. It's my request to all the teachers to provide ample opportunity for children to do the activities, come out with their observations as well. The NCERT, we are always concerned about the cross-cutting concerns. The one is about the inclusion. We have, through the illustration, through the text, we have tried to provide a very inclusive environment, wherein this illustration is from one of the chapters of Food for Health, wherein children sit together, they eat together, and you can see that there are children with disability, there are children from different socioeconomic background, and they sit and eat together, and they get the happiness of eating together in a community. At the same time, the indigenous knowledge and the Indian knowledge system, as a part of Indian knowledge system, we have tried in every chapter adequately and appropriately. For an example, in the same chapter, we talk about the Shadrasa is an Indian concept. And then at the same time, in the next chapter about the chapter Growing Up with Nature, we have illustration of indigenous practices of different communities. One of the examples is given, like Jenu Kuruba is one of the tribes in Karnataka. And then before hunting the honey, then they say sorry to the bees. So this shows how they respect nature, and these kind of subtle elements of sensitivity to environment has been shown throughout the textbook. The next about the integration of cultural practice. In the textbook, we have a very beautiful illustration of harvest festivals of our country. Through this, the children understand, respect our Indian culture. At the same time, they have the gratitude towards the farmers, the people involved in us getting food. So through the illustration, we tried that children are grown up with the values as well. And at the same time, the right-hand side, you can see that there are different kinds of traditional games have been shown, and the kind of yoga as an Indian practice that has been depicted. The next is about the different concerns we try to address. One of the things is the financial literacy. We talk about financial literacy, and we thought this is the stage where we can start introducing certain basic principles of financial literacy through certain activity like spending money. If you have 100 rupees, how are you going to spend, how are you going to save it, and how much you're going to have it. So those kind of fundamentals of financial literacy could be started very early at grade 4 as well. And the safety concerns. You must be remembering in grade 3, we had a chapter wherein we talk about how children to be with strangers. So here we are going little deeper. Here we are talking about the safe and unsafe touch that has to be, that has been done through illustration, through the text as well. And we are giving a message to them as well, that it's not only important to identify which is safe touch and non-safe touch. In those unsafe touch, those kind of contexts, how are you going to handle their situation? Who you are going to talk about this one? So those elements are also being given in the chapter. The next is about the multilingualism. We try to give the terminology from the different languages and asking children to find out in the, for the different terms, the different kinds of plants in their own languages as well. So we try to address these concerns as well, along with what I mentioned in the earlier slide. When it comes to assessment approach, see, we don't talk about rote learning. And many times we, the teachers, we talk about even if the pedagogy got changed, the assessment seems to be the same, like again the question answer method. They have to write the answers to the question what has been taught in the classroom. But we tried that in alternative assessment practices could be integrated in the classroom in the form of a pedagogy as well, wherein children can observe. They can, the teachers can give children certain projects, they come out with their understanding, and that can be valued. For an example, in the chapter Different Lands and Different Lives, different landforms have been explained, and then they come out with how the food and clothing are different, they mark it in the table. And in the chapter How Things Are Made, we talk about the waste management, we talk about the 5 hours of waste management, and we ask certain kind of reflective question, what they can do for each step, like what kind of activity they will adopt if they have to repurpose certain things or reuse certain things. So that they have to come out unless and until they have the understanding about the conceptual clarity about the 5 hours, they will not be able to come out. And so it's not that we ask them to explain what is this or define these 5 hours, rather we give emphasis on how children will come out with their own examples, or what they will apply in their day-to-day life. They should come out with certain kinds of instances as well. So, and there are certain assessment practices. This is another example wherein children have to observe birds, different birds, and they come out with a diary, bird diary, and they have to come out with the interesting facts about the bird, their head color, back color, and the other details as well. So we tried different modes of assessment throughout the book. Next is about the next is about the bridge course. See, for the grade 5, we had come out with the bridge course, and we all need to ensure that for the next 6 weeks, we are going to have the bridge course for grade 5. And what we have done is, especially for the world around us, this is something very special to world around us, because the children who are in grade 5 for this current year, they have studied EVS in grade 3 and grade 4. They have not studied the world around us. So altogether, there is a new curricular area for the children who are in grade 5. So what we have done is we have analyzed the learning gap, which may be there because they have studied the other curricular area, and maybe some of the things which need to reinforce so that the smooth transition happens to grade 5. They don't find any difficulty in terms of adapting to the pedagogical concerns, at the same time the content as well. So the group decided that we can have 6 themes rather than individual activities. We thought of having 6 different themes or 6 different projects. So 1 week they have one specific theme, and they will be doing the activities under each theme. These are the themes that we identified, which probably we thought we need to re-emphasize before starting the grade 5 classes. So next 6 weeks they are going to do this. So the first one is about things around us. For example, the transparency, the opaqueness of objects that has not been explored in the EVS. So we thought maybe transparent, translucent, opaque objects. So that's an example. I'm just trying to give you an example of it. Or different kinds of objects, how these objects are made, how things are made. That element could be given emphasis in the first week. And the second one is about exploring sky. There were certain elements of celestial bodies in EVS as well, but here more in interdisciplinary way, we are trying to see certain characteristics of sun, moon, and certain patterns in the stars as well. And the third is about different landforms. The fourth is healthy living habits. Here we talk about the different kinds of food groups. We talk about the necessity of having rest, the necessity of having adequate sleep. And the fifth one is about mapping. Mapping, it's more on the spatial ability to be developed. So we are re-emphasizing through very interesting activities. I'm sure the students are going to enjoy these, the activities which are given under these themes as well. The last theme, which is creativity, collaboration, communication, this is little generic in nature. We thought for adapting to the new pedagogical process which we are proposing in the grade 5, this would be the great time. These 6 weeks could be used for developing such a skills in creativity, collaboration, communication. And we are concerned about children. They like to play games. So what we tried is that here children come out with certain new games. They know about indigenous games. They play certain games and they design certain games, and then through that they write the rules for the game. They come out with the instructional kit for the game and they play, and through that and the different groups make different games as well, and they communicate as well. So this is more generic in nature. This is how the 6 different themes have been designed for bridge course for the next 6 weeks. So I would like to conclude my presentation with a quote saying that the essence of pedagogy should be embodied in the task of loving children for their angelic purity, because they are here to make us happy. I am sure that children are going to enjoy and having a very joyful experience while reading and learning grade 4 textbook as well as the bridge course. So let us all try our best to give them experiential learning so that they enjoy. At the same time, they have conceptual clarity and the competencies that what we are looking forward that could be achieved through the textbook as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dhanya ma'am. It was indeed a very nice presentation highlighting all the aspects of the diverse needs of the learners in the world around us. Before we proceed for the feedback session, I just wanted to share some insights which we have received online. Subhashini Rao from Sikandrabad. She has said that the approach is well structured in the world around us. So there are some appreciations here for the world around us. One more from PM Shri School. He's saying that it is very interesting to see these topics here. The way the world around us has been presented. And Malathi, she's saying that she found the session very, very interesting. So we are looking for more. She's saying that it's an enlightening presentation and she has liked it very much. So any questions? There are more praises here. No questions here.
It's great
I
to
think,
hear.
yeah.
It's great to hear that the teachers are excited to have the textbook of the
Yes.
world around us. And we are also looking forward to your feedback and then responses as well.
Yeah, ma'am, I think there is one more question here.
Okay.
It's from Manpreet Kaur. She says, what could be taken up for class 4 in the world around us till the textbooks are available in the market?
See, the textbook is going to have in your hands very soon. So what you can do is that the grade 3 they have studied certain kinds of the themes, and here we are taking it one step deeper and forward. For an example, the family and then neighborhood, and then we are talking about community here. So here you can start with the discussion about the transition from the family to community. And here what you can do that you can make children to observe their locality, and they can see that how the different relationships, there are beautiful relationships exist in our immediate environment. It's about the family, it's about the neighborhood, it could be the relationship in the school as well, and school as a community. That could be one of the things, very interesting thing you can do, that school as a community children can explore. Who are the people working towards achieving the different goals in the school? So it could be teachers, it could be the sanitation workers, it could be the students. What are your roles and how are you contributing to the benefit of or the improving your school? So these kind of elements could be taken up in the next couple of days more, and then so that the transition becomes more easier for them.
Okay, one more thing, ma'am. There is one, I think it's a kind of appreciation only, but still I think I should ask something from here. It's written, I extend our sincere thanks to you, ma'am, for the enriching and insightful session on the new Class 4 EVS textbook. Do we still call it EVS textbook?
No, please. It's not EVS anymore. It is that, the world around us, and the title of the book is Our Wondrous World. So we need to recondition ourselves to say that it is the world around us, not EVS. So that is that shift you can start explaining to children as well till the books you receive. You can see that how is the transition, which is very important, from EVS to the world around us. One of the most important thing is that interdisciplinarity you can talk about. How the different worlds of children, for example, the social world, the physical world of children, the natural world of children, how it could be interwoven very beautifully, and for that some activity could be designed in the school as well. And my request to the teachers, what to be done in these couple of days, is that please don't depend only on the one textbook alone. It is that you can design your own activities. You, the teachers, have the facilitators, and you have the autonomy to design the activities for your students as well. So considering these themes, now you are clear with the themes. There are 5 themes, so you can start thinking of certain activities for each theme as well. By then, you are going to get the textbook in your hand.
So thank you so much, Dhanya ma'am, for such an insightful session. I think most of the doubts are cleared with the world around us, because it's very, very different from the previous EVS textbook. So it's a great shift, and I think the learners will be benefited and the teachers will find something new to do with the learners. Thank you so much, ma'am, for this insightful session.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome back to the next session. We have Dr. Sharbari Banerjee with us. She is Assistant Professor in the Department of Education in Arts and Aesthetics. She is a musicologist, and ma'am has almost an experience of 2 decades in music education. She is also a Hindustani classical vocalist. She has been associated with various publications of NCERT, and she has a very important role to play in the textbooks, in the new textbooks which are being made in the light of NCFFS and NCFSE. I welcome you, ma'am, for the session, and over to you, ma'am, for the session.
सभी को नमस्कार। और सबसे पहले जो बात है, हम भारत के जो लोग हैं, we the people of India, we have lot of culture in our country. The culture that incorporates music, dance, theatre, visual arts, drawing, painting, sculpture, poetry. And this is all that has been incorporated in the textbook of arts education. Be it for class 3 or 4 or 5, this is the crux of arts education which we have. A few points from the textbooks. First slide, I would like to talk to you about class 4 textbook which has been developed, and the next is the bridge program for class 5 which has been developed. PPT, please. So you will see that this is, of course, the art education, what we talk about. You will see the slide itself incorporates colors and the colors of life. There was this song, which we have learned all our lives. हिंद देश के निवासी सभी जन एक हैं, रंग रूप वेश भाषा सारे अनेक हैं. That is the crux. कला शिक्षा यही है, हमारे देश की संस्कृति, the culture all around us. What do you see? Such beautiful paintings you see all around you. And not only now, but for ages these have been there. I'll just give you a very nice information. The Constitution of India, it is also a piece of art. That has been discussed in your class 4 textbook. How, Nandalal Bose, the artist, he painted the Constitution, wrote the Constitution so beautifully. Actually, India is all about that. भारत है ही ऐसा देश. कोई भी चीज़, कोई भी प्रस्तुति, चाहे हम उसके कपड़े पहने, चाहे हम एक साधारण सा वस्त्र पहने, उसमें कलाकारी तो चाहिए ही. Art education is an element in our lives, which is inseparable. And we are really proud of it. Another thing which is very important in our country and about which I would really like to talk about is the diversity. देशे देशे जना नाम, एक श्लोक है, आपको पता है, हमारे नाट्य शास्त्र में है. देशे देशे जना नाम, जो हमारे हर देश का जन है वो एकदम अलग है. हर एक देश का जो मानस है उसमें एक वैचित्र्य है. दैट इज आर्ट्स एजुकेशन, कला शिक्षा. शिक्षित तो आप लोग हैं ही, लेकिन किस तरह से कलाओं को अपनी शिक्षा में लाएंगे जिससे कि आपका मन और भी जागृत हो, सौंदर्यपूर्ण हो और आप किस तरह से आगे बढ़ते रहें. लेकिन when you are progressing, that should be absolutely, beautiful, enjoyable. No stress, no tension. We keep hearing that the child today is in tension. Why? When you have arts in your lives, you have arts, whether you study in school or not, but you have arts in your lives. So when you have arts in your lives, why should there be tension? Incorporate the arts in your all subjects. National Education Policy, you know what it says? Education through arts. And it's called Art Integrated Learning. Art Integrated Learning is a part of English, Hindi, any language you study. Science, mathematics, social sciences, any subject you study, even computer science. Without arts, do you think your slides would look so beautiful? Your PowerPoint presentations would look so beautiful? Actually, no. This is what art education really aspires for. This is what art education will talk about. Think how you're, so much in the environment, seeped in all sorts of arts. Just think, children and teachers who have joined today. When you are doing a celebration in school, in college, in your teacher education institutes, in a conference, for your relatives, how do you have the arts in your life? You wear beautiful clothes. Those clothes are of different colors, and every cloth has a motif, has an embroidery, has a combination of colors. Similarly, when there's a celebration, the food, the cuisine, that's also a part of arts. And what is arts? The literature, the poetry, and the music, dance, and of course, the beautiful element of drama, which has the communication skill. So this is what is arts education. It's not something, which will come from outside. It is seeped in us, it is in us, and every Indian has arts in it. And I was talking about diversity. When we are in Arunachal Pradesh, or we are in Jammu and Kashmir, or in Kerala, what is arts? Arts is different, variety, but the soul is so beautiful that it's the same. What does it talk about? Maitri. It talks about Vishwa Bandhu. It talks of how, we can have lot of love, lot of friendship, lot of celebrations, and we enjoy arts. So let's quickly go through what we have in the arts. This is the book we have brought for you in grade 4, and when we see it, we see that the cover itself denotes. It denotes, your role play. It denotes a person is playing a veena, a child. It denotes your different types of activities like music. Then you want to dress up like an animal. You want to behave like an animal. Then you can make so many caricatures. You can make so many prints out of cloth, out of paper. And that is what the book really incorporates. So, this will become so enjoyable that you would like to live with nature, and you would like to paint, and you would like to sing. But all this in a very soulful manner, in a serious manner. And the nuances of each art form. So, when you learn different types of art forms, we have divided it into 4 parts, that is music, dance, theatre or drama, and visual arts. So your book will have these 4 sections. So let's just see what all we have. Panchatantra. Have you read this book, Panchatantra? Our whole book is based on the theme of Panchatantra. How we have brought Panchatantra in visual arts, theatre, music, and dance. You will see that sing and play, make music, that is create, songs and stories. When you sing a song and when you make a song out of a story, how beautiful it will be. I know you all children love to see cartoons, but have you heard who sings? The Ganesh tunes, the Hanumanji tunes. Think, feel, and create. And sounds and instruments. Hear all the sounds. You will hear the sounds of a bird. If you hear, you will hear the sounds of musical instruments. Let's say sitar, let's say tabla, harmonium, bansuri, so many instruments. The veena, the clappers, हम सुनते हैं ना झांझ की आवाज़, हम मंजीरे की आवाज़ सुनते हैं. Along with that, if you have dance, you have my body in dance. My dance tells stories, creating my dance. But do you realize that everything has emotion? Be it music or dance, we have emotions. Without emotion, we cannot really do anything. But emotion का दूसरा नाम पता है क्या है? रसानुभव. ये जो रस हमारे अंदर है, this emotion, that is what is expressed in dance or music. And you will see that dance has connection to movement, dance has connection to music, dance tells stories. Through your dance and movement, you can tell so many stories that come under theatre. So this is the beauty of our course. In visual art, you will see how the arrangements of designs are there. You will see how you can play with different types of paper and color, and how you will relate yourself to ancient historical monuments. In theatre, the skill of communication. The most important thing in this world is how you communicate with each other, how you communicate with friends, your relatives, your guru, and how you are able to communicate to an audience and tell them, see, this is something which has happened, and this is what we have to really address. That communication skill, that dialogue, that script, this is all we have in theatre. I am sure after hearing all of this, you must be really excited. Oh, what a book is coming about. I am just telling you, you will love this book. And you will try and do it yourself. Don't just read the book. You have to practice each and everything. See, can you enlarge this for my audience? That's just a slide. Just enlarge this slide. Just enlarge this slide. My picture is not so important. The slide is very important. So, you have the Indian knowledge system. That is, there's an integration of Indian knowledge system, and you will learn about the artists. You will learn about so many things which are indigenous in our country. Also, we have so many communities in our country, and in the communities practice different types of art forms. Also, the book has, this music, dance, theatre, visual art, they are color-coded. Like whenever you read the section of dance, it is in orange, theatre is in purple, music is a little blue, the sea green, and visual art is yellow. So you will see that the color itself will tell you which subject you will be reading. Let's come to this. Have you seen all these crafts in your life? I am sure you have seen. We have just given a few, the kolam. Now this boy, he wants to be a warrior, and he's, decorating himself with leaves. And he has a tir and a dhanush and a sword, and he wants to be a warrior, and he wants to be in the jungles to really hunt. You will see the beautiful colors of the trees. You will see kolam, alpana, so many things in this book. But children, let me tell you one thing. Always understand your art, which you have in your specific region, that is the most important. Kolam is important. Similarly, alpana is important. Similarly, rangoli is important. So what does this say? Every state in our country, every region in our country has beautiful colors or beautiful designs which we see. And every region is very, very unique. So you have to showcase your region. That is the most important thing. And also, you have to appreciate others. This should be the soul of your doing arts education. Mine is important, but others, they are also so beautiful. So, be it the craft tradition, be it the fun activities, be it serious role play, be it talking about important people who have framed the country, who have brought the country to the status, be it typical types of, cloths or weaving material, or the textile, that is textiles, or the musical instruments and the different types of songs. There are bhajans, there are folk songs, there are songs of chivalry, there is a song of pathos and grief, there is shanti in music and musical instruments. Just see the array of, art forms we have. And when you see this wonderful knowledge which you have, that is the Indian knowledge system. Indigenous to every state, indigenous to the country. Let's see this. In theatre, we have so many mythological characters. And you know how they are? The Vidushak. He welcomes you. The Vidushak, maybe he or she, the Vidushak will welcome you. Come on, children, let's embark on a journey of say, dolls. Come on, let's embark on a journey of historical monuments. Come on, children, let's embark on a journey of lot of, people who have fought for the national movement, and they have done it through different types of arts. Come on, children, let's discuss all these things and have a beautiful world. So that is the role of Vidushak. And Vidushak is very important in our lives. Learn with mythological characters. Learn with historical people. Learn with people around you. A cobbler sewing your shoes. An instrumental musical instrument maker. A dancer, an musician who plays the khol or the mridangam in the nearby temple, a person who sews your clothes, makes those beautiful motifs in your textiles. So learn with them, learn how they live, learn to do their art. A potter, you know how beautiful they are? They make such beautiful pots for you. They make beautiful dolls for you. And you will see how they move their hands, and how skilled and how dexterous they are. उनकी बात हम जाने तो हम कला शिक्षा से अभिभूत होंगे. ये देखिए इसमें किस किस चीज़ की तस्वीरें हैं. आपको एक सितार दिख रहा है, आपको खोल या ढोल दिख रहा है, बांसुरी, और आपको ये मंजीरा दिख रहा है. Then you will see some children above who are dressed as animals, and they are enacting, how they walk and what are their actions. That is movement. You will see two children doing the dandiya or the ras. Have you seen these dolls? How beautiful they are made? Channapattam toys. They are made out of wood. See the Chau Nritya. And on the left, you will see a picture of parents with children. That is what really is arts education. And you will see some indigenous forms of dance where they are playing any musical instrument, and the masks. Just have a quick look at all these photographs. So we have this detailed guide for teachers, which of course is a, we want to tell the teachers what all to look for in each section. That I will not go through. I'm sure the teachers will have a look at it and they will really enjoy. Do you see the flag? Whenever you look at the flag and you really want to do something in your school or you want to do something in your locality, or you want to do something in your home, you just fly your Indian flag. और वो भारत माता का प्रतीक बन जाता है. Do you realize that is also a symbol of your country? That is the symbol of unity. That is the symbol of your pride. And you'll see the colors of a flag. Vande Mataram. I know you all love to sing this song. Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram. So when you sing this song, the tune is important, but at the same time, the words, the literature. Sujalam, Sufalam, Malaya Jashitalam, Shasya Shamalam, Mataram, Vande Mataram. This is what music will incorporate. And at the same time, you will see that there are a lot of patriotic songs which have been given and which will show you how music can be done in your classes. Not only patriotic songs, you can sing other songs also. Now with this song, you are seeing two palms. Are you seeing it? The design? Mudra, Hasta Mudra. Vande Mataram ko continue kariye na with your Hasta Mudras. The inclusive part of learning. When you sing, and when you dance with movement, what happens is there may be some who would like you to just show actions. Show them with your hands. And you will see that you will be breaking stereotypes and you will be including everybody in your classroom. This is what art education is all about, inclusive. So when you read the book, when you do the bridge program, do pay attention to the inclusivity, the inclusive part of learning. What happens is, when we are inclusive, we try to appreciate and understand the merits of others. And we try to include everybody, and that is what our country is. That is what our country is all about. We are a progressive nation, fine, but we would like to have unity in diversity. And that is the importance of our country, of our arts, the diversity. But there's unity. When you see the art forms in different regions of our country, what do they talk about? They talk about the trees, the flowers, Panchatattva, the plants. They talk about people, how people are there in our lives and how we can communicate with people. We appreciate what type of work and skill they have. The historical monuments, the archaeological monuments, which, unites the people in such ways that people globally come to see our historical monuments. Be it the Ajanta or Ellora, be it the mountains, the Himalayan ranges, be it the natural resources we have, the Bhimbetka caves, and be it any ocean, river, we are always attached to our Sanskriti, the culture. That is what is art education. When you see a beautiful waterfall, or when you see a gorge, you immediately, feel so excited. Maybe sometimes you want to sing and create a song about that. Sometimes you may just feel like taking a brush and a paint and a sketch and a paper, and you want to sketch it. You want to color it. So when you observe, then what happens is you create. And when you see your own creation, don't you think it's awesome for you? Don't you think when you see the creation, you feel, oh, wow, how beautiful? Also, maybe there are 40 students in your class, and the children see each other's work, and what do they find? Oh my God, look at Arshia, she has made it so beautifully. The appreciation comes naturally. Also, teachers, I would like to point out to something. Make each project, make each art form a group work. Like when you want them to sing in the assembly, you have a group song. So when you want them to paint, have a group design, a project where you can design your artwork. When they want to dance, let it be a beautiful choreography, And a choreography, you know what all it incorporates? Actions, foot movement, hastamudra, pad sanchalan, mukhabhinay. All these can be incorporated. And while you're doing this movement, there is yoga in it. There is physical exercise. There is the emotion content in it. So, when you do all this, and you make a beautiful set on the stage, that is visual arts. When you communicate with a non-verbal language and a verbal language, that is theatre. So, all the arts are basically, intertwining with each other. ये जो बात है, ये हमको समझनी पड़ेगी. और आप लोग जब प्लानिंग करेंगे, चाहे वो म्यूजिक, डांस, थिएटर, ड्राइंग, पेंटिंग, स्कल्पचर कुछ भी करें, उसका एक साथ जब आप प्लानिंग करते हैं, तो आप देखिएगा, it will be more enjoyable. Similarly, we have framed the course for Bridge program, grade 5. You know what? We feel very sorry for class 4 children who have come to class 5. Why? Because they were not able to really go through the whole content of class 4 textbook. But doesn't matter. We have at NCERT formed a Bridge program. And in these 1.5 months when you will be in school, before July, when you get your textbook of class 5, you will be able to learn a lot of the content of art education material which was given in class 4. So, don't be disheartened. The objective of the Bridge program is what I'm talking about now. So, teachers, I'm sure you will not find it a burden, because art education is all about creativity, innovation, communication, connection with other disciplines. Let me give you an example. Suppose you are making a pattern of drawing. You take a kollam or you take any alpana. The alpana of Shantiniketan is so beautiful. Can you let the children understand how mathematics is connected to that art? Just see. And you also give your ideas. That will make them understand how other disciplines are connected to your arts. Similarly, when you do music, music has swar, lay, shabd. Shabd is sahitya. आप सूरदास के भजन गाते हैं, कबीर दास के गाते हैं. So, पायो जी मैंने राम रतन धन पायो. So, साहित्य भी आप देख रहे हैं और गाना भी सिखा रहे हैं. This is what art education is all about. And, my God, if you can put some actions and movement to any song, you will find it so beautiful. So this is all, about art education. It's a beautiful panorama of the Indian culture, the pan-Indian feeling we have, and also, I'm sure, with, you all belonging to different regions and different states. Even in states, there are differences. Like, if you take the whole state of Uttar Pradesh, it will have so much of diversity. But consider each and every thing of artwork in your syllabus. Give it the flexibility. Give them certain designs, Suppose you bring a jar which is lying in your house for a long time, or a pot, and keep it in the class, and you tell them to see it and draw it. You will see how beautifully they will follow and make the design. They will create their own patterns also. Then you tell them that now in this jar you make something of your more creation and innovate. And you will see how beautifully they will make their little changes. The color will change. the patterns, the beautiful motifs will change. So that is what actually art education will incorporate. Now, when we look at this timetable, it is for you. Of course, we have uploaded all this on the NCERT website, and you will see the timetable that you have periods. And in this class itself, you'll be able to finish your course, whatever we have given for bridge program. This is, of course, the timetable for the bridge program. And we've also made it a little clearer to you by giving you the activity of each day, each class, and each period. That will help you to follow the textbooks we have in art education and the bridge program. But I would like to tell all the teachers, you know, you are teachers of language, maybe, you're teachers of arts, you're teachers of music, you're teachers of dance. But you have arts in you. Without arts, we Indians, we can never be Indian. भारतीयता है ही उसमें, हमारी कला हमारे साथ है, उसको उजागर करने की ज़रूरत है. Let's bring out that art and let's praise our motherland. जननी जन्मभूमिश्च स्वर्गादपि गरीयसी. ये जो हमारी जननी है ना, जन्मभूमि, ये स्वर्ग के समान है. जब हम कला शिक्षा को अपनी शिक्षा में ढालेंगे तो ये कैसा हो जाएगा? इट विल बिकम लाइक अ पैराडाइज. स्वर्गादपि गरीयसी. आज इतना ही. आप लोग ज़रूर प्रयोग करें कला शिक्षा के हर पहलू का, all aspects of art education, and let's have an integrated form. Science with arts, maths with arts, language with arts, social sciences with arts, and bring everybody. The point of inclusivity is very, very important. Bring the potter, bring the painter, bring the instrumental music designer to your classroom. Let the children see what skills we have. Then, you know, the vocational education part will get richer. And that is what we all seek for. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching. And I really extend my gratitude for all the organizers who have given us the opportunity to speak to you. CBSE, KVS, AEES, AEES. Thank you so much. Namaskar from NCERT.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our chat box is almost full of praises. We were expecting questions, but questions are very less, but praises are more, appreciation, applauds are more. I would like to read out a few of them for you, ma'am. Subhashini, she says that she likes the explanation which you have given because it's full of beautiful analogies. Then Eliza likes the Bansuri cover page. She finds it very attractive.
Thank you.
Most of them are saying that the session is very helpful, and many praises for your voice also, ma'am.
Thank you.
So we were expecting questions, but many have, the whole chat boxes are full of appreciations and well explained, lovely session. These are all the things which you are getting in the chat box. So really, it was a very nice session.
Thank you so much. Please
I
mail
have
your questions to us.
I have two questions, ma'am.
Here.
The first question I'm reading out. It's from Jyoti. She says whether the bridge course is meant for both class 4 and 5 or only for class 5.
5. Bridge program is for class 5, and the class 4 textbook is already uploaded. So, you know, you can start class 4 session and with the curriculum.
One more question is there. When will class 7 textbook come?
Yeah, very soon, in a week or two, we'll again upload the class 7 textbook. And similarly, class 7 can start with the textbook, and of course, the class 8 bridge program is there for you to follow.
One more.
I'll tell you one thing, you know, textbook is important in the arts education. That's very important. That's why we have made it. But first, let the children have a feeling of arts, you know, the arts around you. You have so much of arts around you. Let the children get a feeling of that. Then you come to the bridge program or the art education textbook. That will make learning much more beautiful.
One more very interesting question, ma'am. Any activity for students that combines dance and education topic they learn in math, science, social science, English, Hindi? Shefali is asking this question. She's saying she would love to know if any activity exists for this. If not, can we create one?
In which subject? Maths.
She's saying how to integrate art education with other subjects.
Yeah, of course.
If any activity you
Of
can
course,
suggest.
Suppose you want to teach them let's talk about social sciences. You want to teach them something about, say, Sikkim. I'm just taking it, the Indian states. Take one art from each state and just show the pictures to the students. Very soon you will see that they will understand the difference, how Sikkim is so beautiful or how Jammu and Kashmir is so beautiful, just those pictures. And then, you can take a dance form from one of the, any of the regions. See, I will not talk specifically about any dance form because like in Manipur, you will get access to Manipuri dance or the tribal dances. But in Kerala, you will be able to learn Mohiniyattam, or you can learn Kathakali also. So take the local culture. Let the children learn from it, and you will see that these dance forms, these music forms, or the visual arts, they really talk about the nature, the geographical zones. Like the first song I sung, I'll tell you the next line of that. Bela gulab juhi champa chameli. So the flowers which are there in our country. Then there is another line in that song. Ganga Jamuna Brahmaputra Krishna Kaveri. See the next line. Jaake mil gayi sagar mein hui sab ek hai. So what are we fighting for? We are all together. And then every river goes and ends in the Indian Ocean. There is a, the ocean collects all the water. And that is how we are so rich. So, all the rivers, you talk about the rivers, you will find so many references of rivers in songs. In dance and movement, you talk about how people walk and how people are, behaving and how people are cutting trees. All that choreography you will find in dance. The Hasta Mudras. This is the Shanti. Isn't it? And you make your Hasta Mudra, you make your own Hasta Mudras. We have given it in the textbooks. You can copy them. I'm sure all the teachers, they have made some Hasta Mudras some or the other time in their lives. Now this is something which is flying. It is like a butterfly, isn't it? This is showing the fish. This is the activity with your hands. And it is connecting how the fish should look when you imitate it with your hands, with your palm. So all these things, you have to feel gradually. And, take small things and plan. And then you will see that you yourself will feel very enriched. Actually, वो आपके अंदर है, आपके जहन में है. It is in your soul. ये सिर्फ आपको थोड़ा सोच विचार करके उसको आगे बढ़ाना है. And the artists which are in your regions, they really will matter to you the most. Call a local potter, call a local singer, call a local dancer. In your school, invite them. They will feel so enriched. Call a person who is making beautiful vessels, beautiful cloth pieces, weaving. Call a person who is making instruments out of bamboo. Call a person who is making musical instruments out of the wood. There is inclusivity. And you will see how when they make, you will find that they have concept of ratio and proportion. They have concepts of physics, they have concepts of shapes and sizes, and they have lot of concepts of mathematics. And also they have concept about the environment. They will tell you certain concepts of sound. When they make the musical instrument, you'll be surprised. Oh my God, I never realized that this person could talk about sound like this. So engage people. Engage people as resource persons. Bring them to your school and make them understand, make your children understand that these persons are a treasure to your society.
One last question I would like to take up, ma'am. There is one question. The in art education, except visual arts, music, theatre, etc., will be taught by art teacher?
Yes, you should have a music teacher, you should have a dance teacher, you should have a theatre teacher, and you should have a visual art teacher. Now, your question will be, how can we bring so many teachers? I request all the school authorities to, I'm sure you will not be able to, employ them as regular teachers, but at least you can bring some resource persons and have a workshop with them. So, what happens is that the teachers you bring as resource persons, they will start teaching the children, And the teacher who is there, a music teacher is there, a visual art teacher is there, they are the ones who are going to be, who are going to supervise the thing, and they are the ones who will bring all these resource persons to schools, to different classes, and connect it with different art forms, connect it with different subjects, and that way your problem will be solved.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for this insightful session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the next session. This session is based on physical education and well-being. With us, we have Dr. Atul Dubey. He is working as Assistant Professor of Physical Education in NCERT. He is member coordinator, curriculum areas group for physical education. He is also member coordinator, textbook development team for grade 3, 4, 5, 6, 9 and 10. He has also contributed in various capacities in various national and international events, workshops, conferences and seminars in physical education. He has been associated with various national and international organizations for promotion of sports. He has also published books on health and well-being for students. We welcome you, sir,
Thank you,
for
ma'am.
this session. So the house is yours now.
Thank you, ma'am. So, welcome once again on behalf of Physical Education Fraternity. Thanks to Ministry of Education and especially NCERT for introducing the class from class 3, 4, 5, the books for physical education and well-being. The pedagogic perspectives of physical education textbooks for class 3 and 6 are already in this corner of the world, and 4 and 7 are almost on the verge to knock your door. So today we will be discussing about class 4 textbook and then the bridge course for class 5. I'll request the producer to kindly put up the PPT. So as you can see from the very first page that physical education is not merely something which you are doing through physical activities. Physical education is the source of holistic development of any individual, which is the R of the need of the R. So physical education is an holistic. What do you understand by holistic? Holistic is not merely related with the physical perspectives, whether it is mental or intellectual or psychosocial domain is there, development of character is there, worthy use of leisure time is there. So these all things when unified, that makes our individual heading towards a holistic development. NCFSE has talked a lot about holistic development, experiential learning and inclusive learning. Why experiential learning? Because earlier what we were doing, some few days or a week or a fortnight before the final examination, we used to open certain notes and then we used to rotinize them and then write in the answer sheet, and then we were known as a qualified 5th grade pass fellow or 10th grade pass fellow. But experiential or learning is actually strongly advocating that whatever you had learned during your education, in maybe in school education, primary education, preparatory, middle or secondary, that has to be utilized in the literal life, when you will be facing the real challenges in the society. So that is why holistic learning is strongly advocated in the NCFSE. Then inclusive learning is also there. We are having a lot of brackets, lot of reservations within our own life. No, we cannot do this with him, we cannot do this, that with them. So that's why inclusive learning is incorporated in the patterns of education from in this NCFSE. And lastly, in the last few minutes, we will be discussing about the bridge program. Bridge, as you all know, is joining something which was earlier and which is heading in future. Where we are heading in future. So bridge program is for class 5, as my previous speaker, an eminent academician in the field of arts education, has said that those who had not studied the book of art education, similarly, I'll be seconding her thought that those who had not done the activities of class 4, physical education activities of class 4, need not to feel bad, because in bridge program of next 45 days, beginning from maybe 1st April or in recent days, you all are going to enjoy all those things which are in class 3 or 4. And enjoy, why I am using repeatedly the word enjoy, because joyful learning is the soul of NEP. Joyful learning is the soul of NCFSE. If there is no joy, if there is no pleasure, there is no need to say that we are human. Everything, we are starving, whatever we are doing is to earn some good moments for us, is to earn pleasures, is to earn joy. That's why learning should also be joyful. So these are the key pedagogical principles in physical education and well-being: active participation and enjoyment. Why active participation and enjoyment? You all Today you all may be a teacher, and even in this span of life also, sometimes we are forced to attend orientation programs or refresher courses, and sitting backyards in the classroom or seminar hall and yawning didn't gives us very good feeling. So until unless we are not actively participating and we are not enjoying the activities, I think it is a total wastage of energy, the time, the money and everything. So all the activities which are going to be designed in the book of physical education are promoting and provoking active participation and enjoyment. Then comes contextual and inclusivity. This is, I just communicated you about this inclusivity, and what contextual I am saying, because our society is requiring something. And if we are incorporating those requirements through our textbooks and giving to our future citizens of the country, then only these education procedures may have their real worth. Experiential learning, I just informed you how these books are using the content through experiential learning process. Then teamwork and socio-emotional learning. See, learning or memorizing something, some important inputs, some important informations, and then using it as and when for our professional life may be a course of our professional life, of a professional world. But if we are not inheriting, if we are not learning, if we are not injecting certain traits which may be known as teamwork, which may be known as socio-emotional aspects of life, we are not known, or we are not going to live a very happy social, very happy responsible life. Because team, हम लोग कहा जाता है कि इंसान जो है वो एक सामाजिक प्राणी है, और without society we are nothing. Then what we are witnessing in this recent world, after 8th or 9th or 10th, even today mornings, lot of newspaper are saying that parents has, just to keep their cervical erected, they are putting extra pressure on the kids so that they may achieve something. That is ultimately creating a sort of depression in the students, and God forbid they are heading towards some of the bad habits which is leading our community and society towards illful health. Then skill execution over personal comparisons. See, when you are learning to improve your own self. Your learning should be to foster your own personality, to give you a good feeling, not to compare yourself with your peers, with your neighbors, with somebody living to your next door. So that's why physical education books or physical education contents which has been designed under this NCFSE 2023 are promoting personal comparison. What I was yesterday and what I am today and what I should be tomorrow. The evaluation should be from my own performance. It should not be a comparison between my friends or between my peers or between my next door neighbor. Then comes ensuring physical and psychological safety. I had just tried to touch a bit, because what is happening today, our country is having a large number of somatic type disease sufferers, like cardiac disorders, like hypertension, like sugar related disorders. So these are not physiological terms. Since I am saying this is somatotype diseases, these are closely related with psychological situations or mental situations of individuals also. Even yesterday evening, our Honorable Prime Minister has spoken about the obesity. Obesity is not related simply with our least workouts or bad eating habits. Literal stages of life, obesity is related with our mental state also, our psychological state also. Depression somehow, somewhere is leading towards this type of problems also. So these all things are addressed in our class 4 book. Then comes the structure of the book. Structure of the book for class 4 is talking about, are having 3 units similar as class 3 book, and hopefully in class 5 book also we will be having only 3 units. Book is simply an illustrative guide. You cannot say that this textbook is purely a textbook, that you have to carry your book in the field and then you have to read 2 points and then you have to perform something in the ground. No, it is not like that. These are simply reference books illustrative guides if you are doing some activities, certain activities, so they are simply helping you to learn what angle should be there, from which lag at which point of time you should take a takeoff in the air, how you have to land maybe on the heels while you are landing, where your body should focus, where your body should tilt when you are releasing some apparatus. That is also sort of fine motor movement. So these little gross motor movements and fine motor movements through playway activities are there in class 4 books. Then yoga, everybody knows now, yoga has emerged rapidly in last 3 decades in the life of whole globe. Then teamwork, again I am saying दलीय भाव जिसको हम कहते हैं, सहयोग, cohesiveness जिसको हम कहते हैं, inclusion. We are ultimately, we are humans. It doesn't matter what is the color of the skin, doesn't matter what is the shape of the body, doesn't matter what is the height, what is the ethnicity, what is the language. We all are one. So while learning or practicing the activities of physical education, inclusion is a key role, playing a key role. Then comes Achar and Vihar. This is directly related with our yogic chapters, yogic units. Achar means how we are behaving, vichar, what is our thought process. Yam and Niyam, personal cleansing, social cleansing. Asanas and pranayams. Asanas is working for our physiological body, and pranayams are working for our physiological as well as our psychological peace. Then the approach is unit based, covering fitness, skills and well-being. Well-being is a new term as far as the Eastern worlds are concerned, but well-being was practiced in India since ages, since centuries. Maybe the name was something else. Thematic learning linked to sports, yoga and traditional games. Sports are not merely teaching you or helping you in developing your muscles or ligaments or tendons, strengthening or strengthening your bones. No. Sports is having a very vast canvas. Sports are teaching how to overcome pains. Sports are teaching how to digest victories. Sports are teaching how to be ready after a sudden loss for the next challenges. So these all things are included, and it is there in the book. Then integration of Indian knowledge system through regional games and movements and traditions. In these books, not only class 3, but this class 4 also and upcoming class 5 also, you will find something in even the Setu Karyakram bridge program, that whole India is playing different type of games. Some are played in northeast states, some are played in extreme south or maybe north, or in western states, maybe in the central India. And those sports are not for literal fun. Some stories, some ethical values are hidden in those sports. How you are learning to live happily. So this integration of Indian knowledge system is also there in all those activities which are included in the book. Then holistic focus is on physical, mental and social well-being in all the units, all the chapters. Session plannings as per the NCFSE 2023, a good news for all that 90 dedicated hours are given for physical education and well-being, and 90 hours stand for, if you are taking it almost 40 minutes period, then there are 150 periods are there annually, in which we can deduct some 20 or 25 periods for formative assessment or summative assessment. So more or less we are having nearly 120 plus periods of 40 minutes to learn the things, to learn the activities. Whole books, not only physical education, but all the books of all the different subjects are under the umbrella of the competencies mentioned in NCFSE 2023. The sole motive of these books is to develop competencies, not only a memorization aspect of any individual. So the 3 units in these books are basic motor movements, second unit is hour games, and third unit is yoga. These units are integrated and non-sequential. It is not like that when you had started learning the basic motor movements, once you will finish the basic motor movements, then only you will start with hour games, or once you will finish the hour games, then you will start with yoga. As I told you that these all activities are intermingled, एक दूसरे से जुड़े हुए हैं, एक दूसरे से के साथ में साझा करते हैं अपनी बहुत सारी activities. So when I am talking that we are having 120 activity periods with us, the allocation of periods are nearly 5 per weeks, and similarly later on when we will discuss about the bridge program, again in these 6 weeks we will be having nearly 30 periods in the bridge program, and in the book we will be having nearly 120 periods with us. So there is a procedure which is known as block periods. Those who had done B.Ed are very well knowing about the block periods. When you will be asking to perform the hour games activities, hour games classes, that time block period system will be in operation, because going out from the classroom, then reaching to the activity area, then warming up, then starting the activity, and then limbering down, or you can say the cooling down process, and then coming back to the classroom, it takes on almost 10 to 15 minutes. So we are not in situation to compromise the real time of activity which is for our games. So we had advised the school administration, the principals, to give one block period at least in a week, and remaining 3 maybe the single periods. And one yoga session is essential every week, apart from your regular activity of assembly which you can do. So the 3 types of classes which are there in the textbook for class 4, which is known as Khel Yoga, the game practice, the circle time for socio-emotional reflection. I'll talk about this, what is this circle time is all about. This is again an innovative idea, and when we had introduced the textbook for class 3 last year, we had already started receiving very fruitful results, very fruitful outcome of this circle time process. And then gamified drills focusing on specific skills. सर्कल टाइम, व्हाट इज सर्कल टाइम? आप लोगों ने देखा होगा जो ग्रामीण परिवेश होता था उसमें गांव में कभी कभी पीपल के पेड़ या बरगद के पेड़ के नीचे शाम के टाइम चौपालें लगा करती थी, और आज भी जो छोटे छोटे तहसील होते हैं, इवन जो भी ग्रेट सिटीज़ होती हैं, उसमें भी कई चौराहों पर कुछ लोग शाम को अक्सर 2-2, 2.5, 3-3 घंटे आपस में बैठा करते हैं और एक दूसरे से डिस्कस किया करते हैं. दैट इज़ अ सोर्स ऑफ रिलीजिंग द स्ट्रेस, द डे टू डे स्ट्रेस ऑफ वर्क, डे टू डे स्ट्रेस ऑफ community, society, family, or maybe job or whatever. So what is we are doing, what we had tried to introduce in circle time, that after completion of either your 40 minutes period or after completion of your 80-minute period, the kids, the players, the students, the teachers, or all the stakeholders in that activity are sitting together, they are equal. And once they are sitting, they are discussing about what were the things they had wished to do in that activity. Unfortunately, because of certain limitations or lack of strength or lack of courage or lack of zeal or will, they hadn't. And what are those things which they had not expected even then they had performed? So this is called a star, or this is called wish. When what was your wish, you are discussing with those who has applied or successfully practiced that activity without any hesitation. भैया आपने ऐसा किया था, दीदी आपने ऐसा किया था, मैं नहीं कर पाया था, मैं नहीं कर पाई थी, प्लीज़ बताओ ना, मैं भी अगली बार करूँगी. He or she may be your opponent today, but God knows tomorrow they may be your teammates. So this is, circle time is actually developing a sort of cohesion where we are sharing our merits, where we are sharing our shortcomings and trying to learn something from our peers. Our thoughts, our feelings. Then it is building empathy, it is building respect, it is building teamwork. Later, within few seconds, I'll discuss about, I'll speak about the activities, how we are learning empathy, because we are following this word sympathy for ages, but empathy is the need of the hour. Again, I am strongly boosting this word. Challenges, success, and group dynamics is also a very important constituent of the book of class 4. In fact, for class 3 to 5, all the 3 books are having these as a key ingredients. What are the procedure of circle time. Once the activity is completed, maybe the activity related with motor components, maybe the activity related with our games or with the yoga, once after activity is completed, please gather everyone, ask them to sit together in a circle or on a stairs, and then start discussing that, have you enjoyed the activity? And if you had enjoyed the activity, which part of the activity you had enjoyed the most? And have you found yourself refraining from any activity? You are feeling a sort of fear from any activity? If it is, why? Okay, let's support you, start learning why and how we can overcome that fear. So these all things, how you had supported when you are having a coupling, a sort of battling with your opponent, and suddenly because of you, your opponent fell down and you immediately offered your hand to picking up. Have you felt good in that? If you hadn't picked him, have you realized later on that you should have picked him, because today he or she may be your opponent, but tomorrow he or she may be your teammate. So these type of things are there in the circle time. One thing which our kids are deadly lacking is they are hearing the things half and they are listening the things zero. It is a very common problem, a common phenomenon nowadays found. So in circle time, we are promoting to develop a trait which is known as hearing and listening, and not interfering when somebody is speaking. This trait, if someone is going to learn in a very initial phase of life, definitely this trait is going to give a very good additions in the personality. Then when we are talking about integration of cross-cutting areas, love towards nature is there, respecting the nature is there, inclusivity I had already talked a lot about. Then comes the key aspects of the activity. Holistic physical development, I had already shared with you. You can see certain pictures which are appearing in the class 4 book, which will be knocking your door within a span of a week or so. You can see that some of the kids are drawing something with a blindfold situation on the blackboard. You can see that some kids are playing silent kabaddi. You can see some of the players are playing Turai Kar. Turai Kar is an Kashmiri, a Dogri word in fact, in which in the very beginning of the life, they are learning how to save environment, that saving the environment is ultimately the responsibility of the citizens breathing above this earth, breathing on this earth. So these are those things. Skill developments are there through activities, throw it back, receive, reverse toss, blindfolded activities. So many things are there which are having a multi-sport approach, which are having skill developments through activities. Then comes yoga. The last unit in this book is yoga. Yoga is having two segments: yoga for daily life and yoga as a sadhana. So it is obvious that in class 4 you cannot ask the kids to go for sadhana. So yoga is very important role in the life, but in class 4, maintaining the age appropriation, we had included certain stories and very small activities which are related with their daily life, how they are helping their parents, how they are contributing in the small pots or the gamlas in their family, how they are maintaining the cleanliness, the hygienic principles of the life at the age of 9 and 10. So that is going to be the beginning of their life. In the screen you can see there are certain games, and I am sure the teachers who are viewing this screen may be feeling little hard that why they are not in situation to take admission of class 4, because when we were kids and we used to do this antipil game or knocking game or throwing game, we unfortunately has faced some severe scoldings. But since now this is the part of the curriculum, the kids may play it with fullest of rights, saying कि हम अपने कोर्स का काम कर रहे हैं, मम्मी कोर्स का काम कर रहे हैं, पापा हमें डांटो मत. So with these activities, We had tried to develop the learner-centric approaches. We had tried to develop the experiential learnings, inquiry-based learnings. When we are asking to our own parents, when we are asking to our own peers and teachers, having a natural curiosity to learn something. So that is the best way. Then cross-disciplinary learnings are there. And I had been instructed by today's host to, sir, kindly sum up early, so I am running little rapidly. Here you can see that there is a game of related with Indian knowledge system. आपने देखा होगा कि हमारे यहाँ पे कृष्ण जन्माष्टमी पे एक मटकी फोड़ी जाती है, परंतु वो एक सिस्टम होता है. इसी में आप देख पा रहे हैं कि ब्लाइंड फोल्डेड है बच्चा, जिसकी आंखों पे पट्टी बंधी हुई है. एंड नाउ दे आर ट्राइंग टू अज्यूम परफेक्टली कि वेयर द बॉल इज लाइंग एंड वेयर वी हैव टू हिट. ये तरीके की चीज़ें लाइफ पे कभी कभी टफ सिचुएशंस में किस तरह से ओवरकम करना है, उसको सीखने के लिए बहुत ज़्यादा ज़रूरी होती हैं. और जब कभी हम इस तरह की सिचुएशंस में आते हैं, वी सरेंडर्स. बट if you are learning these all things at the very early stage of life, in that situation later on, इंदूर बेराल का आप देख पा रहे हैं, एक मराठी वर्ड है, बांग्ला वर्ड भी इससे मिलता जुलता है, जिसको कहा जाता है बिल्ली और चूहा. तो उस तरीके के एक प्ले वे मेथड में हम काफ़ी सारे ट्रेड्स जो हैं वो सीख रहे हैं, सीख पाते हैं. नाउ कम्स असेसमेंट. Two types of assessments are there: guided self-assessments and parents-teachers role-based. This is progressive in nature. यदि मेरे को बॉल को फेंकना आता ही नहीं है, मैं बॉल को उठा करके फेंक ही नहीं पा रहा हूँ, और मैं सीधे जा करके अपने ग्रुप से, अपने पीयर से डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ कि यार इसको कैसे अच्छे से फेंकते हो आप, मैं क्यों नहीं अच्छे से फेंक पाता हूँ, सॉरी आपको 5 पॉइंट नहीं मिल रहे हैं. जब आप पहले 4 प्रोग्रेशंस को कवर कर रहे हैं, उसके बाद में आप आपकी थ्रोइंग स्किल्स को अपने पीयर्स के साथ शेयर करके यू आर टीचिंग टू दैम, then this is the 5th grade, then this is the 5th skill achievement for you. Similarly in catching also, ये assessment के part हैं. And lastly we will be talking about the BITS program transition. जैसा कि बताया गया था कि जो आप क्लास 4 में नहीं करके आ पाए हैं, उसको in next 45 days के अंदर, in 6 weeks or in 30 periods, you can learn the activities which are there in the class 4 book, which is reinforcing basic motor skills like running, jumping, throwing, catching. Learned in other grades, earlier grades आपने क्लास 3 में कुछ एक्टिविटीज़ करी हैं, उसी को प्रोग्रेशन में क्लास 4 में लाया गया था, उसी के लिटिल प्रोग्रेशन में क्लास 5 में लाया जाएगा. बट टू मेक योर साइकी, टू मेक योर बॉडी fit and ready to receive the content of class 5, this foundation, you can say this program is introduced. It is helping in a sort of transition of the structured physical activities, the games and the fitness concepts. बच्चा जब 9th में आ रहा, 9 साल का हो रहा है, तो आप देख रहे हैं कि because of some early puberty, certain changes are also almost on the verge to start. उस situation में when we are coming out from the green stick fracture, ग्रीन स्ट्रिक बोन की जो हमारी एक एनाटॉमिकल स्ट्रक्चर होता है, उसमें स्टिफनेस आना शुरू होती है, लिगामेंट्स में स्ट्रेंथनिंग आना शुरू होती है. दैट टाइम दीज टाइप ऑफ एक्टिविटीज विल बी हेल्पिंग अस, एंड दिस इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ ऑल द 6 weeks फॉर 5 periods पर वीक, जिसमें पीरियड 3 को हमने क्लब किया हुआ है. इसमें जितनी भी एक्टिविटीज़ आप देख पा रहे हैं, ये एक्टिविटीज़ अगर आप सोचेंगे आंख बंद करके तो आप याद करेंगे कि ये सारी एक्टिविटीज़ आपने छुपा करके, अगर आप लकी रहे हैं तो आपके पेरेंट्स की कंसेंट से अपनी स्ट्रीट्स में, अपने गांव में, मोहल्ले में खेली हैं. परंतु नाउ दिस इज़ द पार्ट ऑफ द करिकुलम. उसमें और अब में केवल इतना अंतर होगा कि कल, उस वक्त जब आप कल खेल रहे थे इन एक्टिविटीज़ को, जब आप 8, 9, 10, 11 साल के थे, उस वक्त आप केवल एक फ़न के एलिमेंट को इस एक्टिविटी से निकाल के लेके आ पा रहे थे. पर जो दूसरे हाइबरनेटेड एस्पेक्ट्स थे, जिसमें साइको सोशल डोमेन था, जिसमें इंटेलेक्चुअल प्रॉपर्टीज़ का डेवलपमेंट था, जिसमें मेमोराइजेशन की बात की गई थी, जिसमें इथोज की बात की गई थी, वो अब हम एक्टिविटीज़ के साथ साथ लर्न भी कर रहे हैं और अपनी पर्सनालिटी में इनहेरिट करने की कोशिश भी कर रहे हैं. सो विद दिस आई एम स्टॉपिंग एंड द हाउस इज ओपन फॉर ऑल.
Thank you so much, sir. Let me just take up the question very fast. First, I will read out something which is very nice. Somebody has written, very practical and best part was importance of block periods and circle time. And it was well explained how the things have to be done. Now, it's basically not a question, but it was written, physical education has become technical now.
देखिए टेक्निकलिटी वर्ड को कैसे एलेबोरेट करोगे आप, कैसे डिफाइन करेंगे? हमको कॉफ़ी बनाना अच्छा लगता है तो वो भी टेक्निकल है, हमको चाय पीना अच्छा लगता है तो अगर हमको प्रॉपरली ग्लास को ग्रिप करना नहीं आता है तो वो अगर हम टेक्निकल नहीं है तो हाथ जल जाएगा, चाय एंजॉय नहीं कर पाएंगे. सो फन इज ऑलवेज द सोल ऑफ आर्ट्स एजुकेशन, फिजिकल एजुकेशन एंड इवन वोकेशनल एजुकेशन. बट using the techniques will help you in getting the best outcome of those skills or those activities. So technique and physical education या technique and arts education they are मम्मी मौसी वाला रिश्ता है. अगर आपको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा फन चाहिए, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा आउटकम चाहिए कम से कम एफर्ट लगाते हुए, तो टेक्निकल पार्ट को आप मतलब ओवरसाइट तो नहीं कर सकते हैं. बट हाँ, टेक्निक इतनी ज़्यादा नहीं होनी चाहिए कि उसका फन पार्ट, उसका लर्निंग पार्ट कॉम्प्रोमाइज़ हो जाए. तो इसलिए फिजिकल एजुकेशन में भी हमने प्रोपोर्शन को पूरा मेंटेन करने की कोशिश की है कि फन शुड बी देयर, लर्निंग शुड बी देयर, जॉयफुल एक्सपीरियंशियल लर्निंग इज द फर्स्ट एंड प्राइमरी रिक्वायरमेंट. एंड देन इफ व्हेन यू आर एंटरिंग इन द कॉम्पिटिटिवनेस ऑफ द एक्टिविटी, दैट टाइम यू कैन अप्लाई द टेक्निक्स और द टेक्निकल एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ द एक्टिविटी.
Thank you so much, sir, for this interactive session. It was very nice to hear about physical education and how it has been integrated. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome back, participants. And in this session, I will be facilitating this session. I am R.R. Koireng from NCERT. And today, in this last session, we will be having a session on assessment. And I hope during the last 2 days, you must have discussed about the class 4 textbooks on Hindi, English, mathematics, Urdu, the world around us, art education, physical education, and well-being. And also the bridge program for class 5 in these subjects. Now, we come to the very important session on assessment. And today with me I have Dr. Sukhwinder Singh from the Department of Educational Survey Division, and he has been associated with NCERT for the past more than 20 years. And he will be discussing with us on the shift in the assessment as per National Curriculum Framework for School Education, and how these competency-based assessments need to be incorporated in your teaching, learning materials. With this, I welcome, sir, Dr. Sukhwinder, sir.
Thank you, Koireng ji.
You please now take your time to interact with the participants.
सभी शिक्षक साथियों को नमस्कार। नई सत्र 2025-26 का आगाज़ हो चुका है और नई किताबें हमारे हाथों में आ चुकी हैं। शिक्षक वर्ग बहुत उत्साहित है और इसी के साथ ही बच्चे भी बहुत उत्साहित हैं कि हमें नई किताबें पढ़ने को मिल रही हैं। आज का जो सत्र अभी लघु वार्ता हम करने जा रहे हैं बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट है। वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट pedagogical implications of assessment and what are the changes say we are going to bring through our textbooks. So it's going to be a brief session on assessment. My slides are not moving.
Slide. No, it will come. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Next, please. Yeah. So we are all are aware of the background. We had National Education Policy in the year 2020 and followed by National Curriculum Framework for Foundation Stage and National Curriculum Framework for secondary education in the year 2023. And both these documents, they have talked a lot about assessment practices, what are the kind of pedagogical shifts we are going to have. Suppose we have to recapitulate some of the important points, so we can go through our slide. So section 4.34 to 4.42 on page number 17 and 19, it talks about the shift in assessment. So where it says that the culture of schooling system will shift from one that is summative and primarily test rote memorization skills to one that is more regular and formative. The second important aspect which policy documents has referred that the assessment will be competency based, that promotes learning and development for our students, and the assessment that will test higher order skills such as analysis, critical thinking, and conceptual clarity. So these 4 to 5 points, forms a background to our shift in assessment with reference to National Education Policy 20 and NCF 23. When it comes to the shift in pedagogy, so you can look at the slide that, so there are so many pedagogical practices which are, recommended, like experiential learning, deep learning. So learning has to be fun-based, creative, collaborative, and exploratory. It has to be competency-based education. So we need to have pedagogy which promotes skills then we need to have pedagogy and assessment where there's a minimum role of rote learning and the maximum role of say this thing, promoting critical thinking. Then it also talks about lot many integrations like integration of sports, integration of story, integration of toy-based pedagogy, and integration of ICT also. And apart from that, it also talks about, knowledge of India and deep-rooted Indian traditions and values. अब हम यहाँ पर ये बात देखते हैं कि जब पेडागॉजी में इतने सारे बदलाव की बात जो है पॉलिसी डॉक्यूमेंट्स कर रहे हैं, तो पेडागॉजी के साथ ही हमें ये बदलाव सारे के सारे असेसमेंट में भी करने हैं और असेसमेंट में भी देखने को मिलेंगे. तो जब असेसमेंट की बात आती है तो देयर आर सर्टेन कंसर्न्स ऑन असेसमेंट एज रिफ्लेक्टेड इन NEP 2020, like it talks about school-based assessment, it talks about assessment based on experiential learning, assessment of higher order thinking skills, it talks about holistic progress card, it also talks about different approaches of assessment like self-assessment, peer assessment, integration of ICT in assessment, and it also elaborates on the new tools and techniques of assessment, formative assessment, integrated assessment and competency based assessment. So एक बड़ी बात जो यहाँ पर आती है कि हमारा असेसमेंट में बदलाव किस तरह से होने जा रहा है, क्या शिफ्ट हो रहा है. तो पॉलिसी में एक चैप्टर है जिसे हम लर्निंग स्टैंडर्ड्स कहते हैं कि हमारा जो पूरा मूव है, इट हैज़ टू मूव फ्रॉम करिकुलर एम्स, करिकुलर गोल्स, कॉम्पिटेंसीज एंड लर्निंग आउटकम्स. तो कॉम्पिटेंसी बेस्ड असेसमेंट हमारा जो है मुख्य आधार है. तो इसमें हम ये देख रहे हैं कि किस तरह की कॉम्पिटेंसीज की बात कर रहे हैं. जब हम शिक्षण की बात करते हैं तो किस तरह की कॉम्पिटेंसीज हैं. तो हमारे जो असेसमेंट के साथ टास्क रिलेटेड हैं कि वेदर स्टूडेंट्स परफॉर्म अ हायर ऑर्डर कॉग्निटिव टास्क और एबल टू अप्लाई अ कंसेप्ट consistently or they can understand and respond appropriately in different situations. तो इस तरह की दक्षताएं जो है हम उनका आकलन करने के बारे में मतलब कि हमने टेक्स्ट बुक्स में बताया है. और NCERT ने इस श्रृंखला में होलिस्टिक प्रोग्रेस कार्ड्स जो है डिफरेंट स्टेजेस पे तैयार किए हैं. फाउंडेशन स्टेज के लिए तैयार किया है, प्रेपरेटरी के लिए तैयार किया है, मिडिल के लिए किया है, सेकेंडरी के लिए किया है. और जहाँ होलिस्टिक प्रोग्रेस कार्ड का संक्षिप्त में आपको बताएं कि ये एक इसमें एक मुख्य जो आधार है वो एक रूब्रिक है जिसमें हम ये देख रहे हैं कि असेसमेंट हमारा एक पक्षीय ना होकर बहुपक्षीय होगा, जिसमें हम सारे के सारे जो आयाम हैं लाइक टेस्टिंग ऑफ अवेयरनेस, सेंसिटिविटी एंड क्रिएटिविटी, इसमें हमने इसका समाकलन किया हुआ है. एंड छात्रों को डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स में हम इसका असेसमेंट करते हैं और ये देखते हैं कि जो हमारे छात्र छात्राएं हैं दे आर एट द बिगिनिंग स्टेज और दे आर प्रोफिशिएंट और एडवांस्ड. तो जहाँ तक हमारी टेक्स्ट बुक्स का सवाल है तो टेक्स्ट बुक्स इन्हीं आधारभूत जो हमारे रिकमेंडेशंस हैं उनको लेके बनाई गई हैं. आप सबके हाथों में ये नई टेक्स्ट बुक्स जो हैं पिछले 1-2 साल से आ चुकी हैं. तो इनकी जो मुख्य बातें हैं असेसमेंट को लेके उसके ऊपर हम चर्चा करने जाएंगे. तो सबसे पहला बात ये है कि द टेक्स्ट बुक्स आर एक्सप्लिसिटली बेस्ड ऑन कॉम्पिटेंसीज. तो हमारे जो चैप्टर्स भी लिखे गए हैं, जो हमारे यूनिट्स लिखे गए हैं, वो इन कॉम्पिटेंसीज को ध्यान में रख के लिखे गए हैं. तो हर जो विषय की और हर डिफरेंट करिकुलर एरियाज़ हैं उनकी क्या क्या मतलब करिकुलर गोल्स हैं, करिकुलर एम्स हैं, कॉम्पिटेंसीज हैं, ये सारे के सारे हमारे पॉलिसी डॉक्यूमेंट में दिए गए हैं. नेशनल करिकुलम फ्रेमवर्क 23 में ये सारे के सारे समाहित हैं. इन्हीं को आधार बनाते हुए टेक्स्ट बुक्स का निर्माण किया गया है. और जब आपने ये किताबें देखी होंगी, पाठ्य पुस्तकें देखी होंगी, तो आपने ये पाया होगा कि असेसमेंट जो है इस बार थोड़ा भिन्न है, पुरानी पुस्तकों के मुकाबले थोड़ा सा भिन्न है. इसमें जो प्रधानता दी गई है ये सोचा गया है कि टेक्स्ट बुक में जो असेसमेंट है एक टाइम पर ना होकर बल्कि ये थ्रू आउट दी जो हमारा टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस है उसमें होगा. तो इसके लिए हमने क्या किया है कि इन टेक्स्ट क्वेश्चंस जो है उसके ऊपर ज़्यादा बल दिया है और साथ ही साथ हमारे पास में क्या है, चैप्टर एंड में भी बहुत सारे टास्क हैं, बहुत सारे एक्सरसाइजेज हैं. तो एक्सरसाइजेज आर इंटरस्पर्स्ड थ्रू आउट द टेक्स्ट बुक. एंड अगर आप असेसमेंट को और ध्यान से देखेंगे तो आपने ये पाया होगा कि जो क्वेश्चंस का जो तकनीक है, जो हमारा मतलब कि टाइपोलॉजी ऑफ द क्वेश्चंस है, उसमें भी बहुत सारा बदलाव आप पाएंगे. तो क्वेश्चंस आर नॉट स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड जिसमें हम कहते हैं कि रिकॉल होता है ज़्यादा, बल्कि हम ये बच्चों को प्रोत्साहित करते हैं कि रिफ्लेक्टिव क्वेश्चंस के थ्रू अपनी मतलब की राय रखें, अपने अनुभवों को साझा करें और अपने जो पठन पाठन की प्रक्रिया है उसमें एक लहजे से शामिल हों और उसमें मतलब आनंद में शिक्षा जो है ग्रहण करें. और इसके साथ ही टीचर्स को हम मल्टीपल अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ प्रोवाइड करते हैं. और ये आप देख पाते हैं कि पाठ के भिन्न भिन्न मतलब कि स्थानों पर भिन्न भिन्न पहलुओं में और भिन्न भिन्न तरीकों से हम जो है टीचर को एक अपॉर्चुनिटी देते हैं कि बच्चे का जो है आकलन जो है करते जाए. और आप ये पाएंगे कि जो हमारी टेक्स्ट बुक्स हैं एक तरह से ये इंटीग्रेटेड है वर्कशीट्स के साथ, वर्कबुक्स के साथ. तो क्लास 1, 2, 3 की किताबें जो हैं, इंक्लूडिंग 4 की भी किताबें जो आ रही हैं मार्केट में, तो उसमें ये सारे जो टेक्स्ट बुक्स में बच्चों को क्रियाकलापों में शामिल करने के लिए बहुत सारा स्कोप प्रोवाइड करती है. इट प्रोवाइड लॉट्स ऑफ स्कोप टू द चिल्ड्रन एंड टीचर्स to perform those activities, and these activities performs the basis of assessment of children. So these worksheets, activity sheets comprising simple exercises that children can do independently, usually accompanied by attractive visuals, are of helping children not only in assessment but also in learning. So I'll give you certain examples from grade 3, The World Around Us, and in the preface itself it's written that there are several activities are incorporated for assessment, like children can sketch from home to school, they can make rangoli, they can have discussion points with the teacher, they can also say match different traffic signals, label pictures, conduct several experiments to observe plant growth, and they can also answer several open-ended questions about the functions of different parts of the plant. The point which I want to bring here is that these textbooks provide lot of scope to the learner, to the teachers, to engage the child in open-ended discussion so that their creativity is enhanced, their sensitivity is gauged, and their awareness is also checked and keep track of that. So I have already given you example that how inbuilt assessment is provided in our textbook. This is an example from grade 3, The World Around Us, where children, they have to enact in pairs that you can be you can be a clean town and your partner a dirty town. So engage in a short conversation talking about how you feel about being the way you are. So students, they have to think, reflect and share that. Imagine you have a birthday party at your home. What are some of the ways in which you can try to have zero waste birthday party? For this, first think about what kind of waste may be created in the birthday party and how you can avoid or reduce it. So there's a second task for the children, that have you seen waste in nature? What do you think happens to the waste of animals, dried leaves and so on in a forest? In this particular task, you will realize that it's not a direct question. So you are seeking experiences of the students. You are promoting children to bring their experiences in the classroom, and that forms the basis for learning. Then there's another task that draw in your notebook, like make a poster to show a village or town that is managing its waste well, and give your poster a suitable title. So as I have told you that at NCERT we are going to bring out these holistic progress card, and the essence of progress card is that, so we will not be gauging the performance of student in one domain, that is cognitive, which is normally in practice, but we are also going to take a note of their learning, along with that, so how sensitive they are, how creative they are. And in this series, in these textbooks, you will find that there's lot of scope for children where they can make their drawings, label those drawings, give captions to those things, and through these drawings, we are going to capture their, sensitivity part, and we can promote that sensitivity, maybe towards the environment, towards the inclusion of people in the society, and many other things like that. So there's another example. Let's take a look around us that there's an example in grade 3, the world around us, where there's a sketch, it's an activity, and say students are provoked to read this sketch and come out with their observations, based on their experiences, like say find and circle Rohit and Sneha's house on the map, find and circle Rita's, Nita's and Radha's house on map, whose house is closer to parade ground. If you have to go from police station to parade ground, which places would you pass through? So this is an activity, and this is a different kind of assessment where students are promoted to read the map and come out with their observations. So basically, through this particular exercises, students, they are drawing inferences. And along with that, say students are also supposed to draw a sketch, the route from home to school that you follow and every day. Yes. So another such beautiful example is that, so in grade 3, the world around us, chapter number 2, going to Mela. So there's a beautiful picture where many activities are involved. So basic idea of providing this picture is that they should draw these inferences based on their experiences, and that is how, say, they are going to be an active learner in this teaching learning process. Another example we have given in our textbook is related to assessment of aspects related to sensitivity, which is a key aspect. So there's an image, say from chapter number 1, family and friends, where small children, they are playing with their pets, and it shows that, how inclusion of animals is shown as integral part of the families, and that inculcate the sense of empathy and care for animals. So my concern to present this case study here is that, when we are changing the pedagogy in the classroom, when we are changing the teaching learning styles in the classrooms, so along with that, we have to change our assessment practices also. If we are keeping those traditional questions, mundane questions, the way we used to keep in the past, so then the whole purpose may not be achieved to bring out these new textbooks. So suppose these pictures are given, so we can ask children to write down their observations, How do they feel when these such pictures are given? Do they have pets at their home? How do they treat with their pets, And through that, based on a particular scale, based on rubric, we have to make a fair kind of assessment that how sensitive they are to their pets and to other things in nature. So similarly, in chapter 1, family and friends, there's a case study related to inclusion, where a visually impaired person is shown and enjoying rain using sense of touch. So such examples are given in our textbook where we require to bring sensitivity towards differently able people, pets, our environment. So all these things, all these pictures, they act as an advanced organizer to create assessment practices. So there's a similar example from the same textbook that, making a rangoli, where students, they are integrating art in their learning. And this activity shows that, they have to make a rangoli by collecting leaves and flowers fallen on the ground. They have to arrange them in pattern to make a rangoli. Here, integration also is related to other curricular area like mathematics, where students they have learned patterns in grade 1, 2 and 3, and the knowledge of pattern in mathematics will be used to understand the phenomena and processes of a different curricular area, the world around us. So in this exercise, students, they have to collect leaves, flowers fallen on the ground. They have to arrange in pattern to make rangoli, and then they can create different animal shapes using collected leaves. Now, what is the role of teacher in this case? Teacher will prepare a rubric. Rubric in the sense that, they have to assess 3 different dimensions, like they have to make an assessment of their awareness, how much they are aware of different animals, may it be domestic animals or wild animals. They have to make an assessment of their sensitivity part, and they also have to make an assessment of their creativity part, that how much children are creative, same in nature. So there's another example is given with reference to a poem, a rain song. Look at the dark clouds in the sky, the rain will come and buy. Oh, how we love to soak in the rain, see raindrops on the window panes, paper boats we see in puddles, birds on trees together huddle, peacock dance with feather bright. Oh, what a beautiful rainy sight. So the poem is given. Now they have to integrate it with languages. So the way we teach, in the same manner, teacher has to assess all these things. Suppose the poem is there in the text, and this curricular area is the world around us. So in this manner, you can ask students to compose their own poem. You can ask students to draw inferences from this particular poem, and you can ask students even to translate this poem into a text, which can also be a part of different competencies required at this particular grade. And then another important aspect of our textbook is that we are encouraging multilingualism, and we are also promoting local context. So many examples are given on our textbooks. So when such examples are there, they are also to be assessed in a fair manner. Like there's one example that look at pictures below and write down Bala's relationship with all members of her family. So students will be bringing their own experiences, and they will be writing say different kinship in the form of this particular diagram. And then there's a creeper, and students, they have to guess, is this a creeper or a climber? What do you call it in your own language? So in a multilingual classroom, students are exposed to many such examples, and students, they will be coming out with their own names of creeper, like it's a marigold, Banti in Telugu. For neem we call Bevuguda in Kannada, in Zuzube or Bear or Borai in Manipur. So these things can also be part of the assessment, and we have also provided a note to the teacher that how these things have to be transected in the classroom, like use the local names of various locally available plants. The difference between creepers and climbers may be demonstrated by showing children the real plants. Remember that some plants can behave either like climbers or creepers depending on the structural support available to them. Then we also need to look local context, and there's a beautiful image on your screen from chapter number 2, page number 24, 26, 27, going to Mela. And based on this picture, we have tried to design an assessment activity number 3. It shows that, match the names of the food with the festival from the list given below. So we have listed out several festivals like Bihu, Chhat Puja, Christmas, Eid al-Fitr, Holi, Onam and Ugadi. And on one side we have given food items and along with their names, and on other side we have given names of different festivals. So students, they have to come out with their experiences in the class. They have to share their experiences with their peers, and then with the help of these experiences, teachers will be making fair assessment. Another, approach which we have followed in most of our textbook, that we want that students should engage with the crossword puzzles so that their creativity is enhanced. Similarly, you teachers can ask children to design their own crossword puzzles. They can spend time in solving these crossword puzzles so that their creativity is sharpened. So these were some of the examples related to the important curricular area of the world around us. You will see similar examples in several other textbooks. So just to have a glance, in Hindi, students, they are asked to write Samvad dialogues in one of the exercise. And as far as art integrated learning is concerned, they are encouraged to draw several drawings and infer their drawings. And this is how we want to bring into your observation that our new textbooks, they are full of activities, they are full of so many tasks, there so many innovations are there. So we need to use these activities, tasks to make a fair assessment of their learning, and learning of not only one dimension, that is cognitive, but also their sensitivity part, which leads to affective domain, and their creativity part, which leads to their psychomotor domain, so that the learning is truly holistic in nature. So with these words, I conclude my presentation. Thank you, Koirangji.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sukhwinder sir. In fact, due to the shortness of time, he would have wanted to give more examples, but as we should also be remembering that this is an orientation program, just to familiarize ourselves and to orient ourselves to that direction. And thank you so much for bringing in beautifully the concept of how we need to change the assessment practice which we are following now in the light of National Curriculum Framework for School Education. And based on that, we have a new textbooks where they are more engaging, experiencing. So if you would like to use this textbook and we are using these textbooks, we need to change the assessment practice which we are following now.
Very true.
So that it is being reflected here. And there are a lot of compliments being given in the chat box, but not many questions as such.
If there are any particular questions, so I may happy to answer.
Not many no particular questions pinpointed one, but sort of good compliment most of them.
So we can request teachers that they should use these textbooks, and they should have that spirit, with the spirit we have developed these textbooks.
Right.
And true sense will be there, if teachers, they are, bringing these assessment practices in true form. Yeah. So with best wishes, we conclude here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now we move to the next session, which is very important one. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
sir. Welcome back. Now we are at the end of today's session. This will be the last session, and but the most important session. We will be discussing about the QR codes and the e-content. And today we have with us Professor Amrinder Behra sir. Welcome you, sir. In spite of your busy schedule, you are able to come here and give some time to interact with the participants. So these participants are basically from CBSE affiliated schools, KVS, then Army Welfare Educational Society, then Atomic Energy Education Society actually. So they are teachers from those society and schools. So sir will be discussing about the QR codes and e-content. As you are all aware, actually in NCERT textbooks, we have that QR codes in all the books and in all the chapters. And the e-content is embedded there also. So to talk about more on this, we have sir with us, and we would like to welcome you, sir. And
thank you very
take
much.
your time, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Koirang. Very good afternoon, namaskar to all of you. As Dr. Koirang has already mentioned that I will be mainly talking about the quick response codes, QR codes popularly known as printed on NCERT textbooks. I think by now you might have seen the printed new textbooks of NCERT based on the NEP 2020 for grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 6 and grade 4 and 7 also coming shortly, and also you might have by now seen the bridge program of grade 5 and grade 8 already uploaded on NCERT website. So similarly, friends, as soon as, if I cut to the screen, as soon as we talk about the e-books, first of all, printed books. After printing books, definitely nowadays a lot of discussion there on e-books. So electronics version of the books. So many a times it happen that we don't have the printed textbooks with us, but digital books are with us. So let us understand what e-books mean and how it help us, and how NCERT has printed QR codes on all the NCERT textbooks to enable that each NCERT textbook is available as e-book with all additional resources like audio, videos, interactives and so on. So if I take you through the next slide, when we talk about e-book, definitely it is a digital version of the printed book. So e-books are necessarily e-version, digital version of printed textbooks. NCERT prints nearly 400 plus textbooks from grade 1 to 12 in initially for 4 languages, but now we are printing textbooks in 4 languages, but digital books are available in 23 languages. It is true for grade 1 and 2 also. So when we talk about e-books, e-books are electronic publication of printed textbooks in digital form, and it encompasses the access device. Particularly it could be a laptop, desktop, mobile app, maybe mobile phone, smartphone. So on any such particularly gadget we can see these books, and these books can be defined further as PDFs, electronic publication, Mobi book, and also we have flip books also. We talk about flip books where pages like Amazon Kindle books also could be read as flip books. So there are many benefits of having digital books, and first of all it is portable. So anywhere you go, you don't require any space like in your bag or purse. Or anywhere for printed textbook you need a space. Even weight consideration is also there. So if grade 1 there could be 3 to 4 textbooks in different languages and mathematics also. So in that case we need space for taking these books. But in case of digital books we need not require any space, because we can access it in a device. Even on our mobile phones, we can have that book and carry it also. So we can have on a pen drive and carry it, but definitely when talking about e-books, necessarily it has to have an app. Then accessibility also. Accessibility issue becomes very easier in the sense it is accessible for all. Suppose you have a visually challenged child in your classroom, the e-books are also published in a form that the visually challenged children can listen to that book also. So listening to that chapter using electronic publications. So no doubt it is cost effective. All NCERT textbook 400 plus it is absolutely free on Diksha platform, on NCERT website, and on Pathshala platform. So whether we talk about e-Pathshala, Diksha or NCERT website, 400 plus NCERT textbooks from grade 1 to 2 are free, absolutely, the digital copies. But print copies you have to pay. Suppose it is grade 1 textbook, so minimum 65 rupees you have to pay. And then searchability and interactivity. So you can search the book anytime, and in the sense interactivity, in the sense if you click on a particular word or a document, so it can play audio for you also. So it can play video for you also. It can provide you the assessment questions as well. So apart from reading, so there are hyperlinked multimedia media resources which can be easily accessed here. And no doubt it is environmentally friendly, because we need not to cut trees, because for printing books on papers we have to cut trees also. So trees are also very important in our environment. So in that case that also saves. So in a way environmentally also, while talking about the environment and holistic environment, preserving it, so it is again very friendly. And convenience also to carry books, and even if there are books priced also, so we can purchase and instantly keep it in any storage device and keep it. So that is possible. And space saving also. So like for printed books you need table space, you need book racks also, you need library space, but for definitely digital books, very little space on your gadget is required, and it is also customizable. So this book can be customizable in the sense, so we can integrate different font and highlighting different annotated content also. Even we can customize with audio, with video also, and with ISL. Like for those who are HI students, hearing impaired students, they can listen or see the Indian Sign Language book also. So not necessarily only printed textbook or digital textbooks. Now going to how many different types of e-books are concerned. First and foremost, all of us, we are concerned, and we also know that PDF, a image file, image version of the book is available. Anytime it is image file, very difficult that anything can be done from that. But if we go to the next point as EPUB, e-book, as EPUB, electronic publication, so EPUBs help us, particularly the visually challenged teacher and students, to listen to the book. Because the book is designed in such a way that if you download the app, download the digital book and bring a text-to-speech app into it, so it can be shown also. If you want, I can instantly show one piece. Otherwise, later on also, after I explain that time we can do. So next e-book could be Mobi e-book. Mobi e-book is necessarily done by the Amazon Kindle kind of book, and they have published. They are popularly known as Mobi e-books. So we can also search those. But NCERT books are not available on Amazon. Digital books are not available on Amazon Kindle. It is available on e-Pathshala, Diksha and NCERT website. And then interactive book. I have already mentioned that by interaction I mean audio, video, interactive content can be embedded into the book, so that when we access that book by clicking or by scanning the code, we can get additional resources into the book, and the book can interact with us. Like suppose I want to read the text with a female voice. So I can do that. I want to read the content with a male voice. Even the pacing could be faster or slower or medium. So that also I can decide. So there are many such features. Even the font can be increased and decreased. Even the color can be done. Even a dictionary could be embedded into the digital book, and if we double press on the word, so its meaning also it will bring in. So that way e-books, particularly interactive books, also help us a lot. Then enhanced e-books. So enhanced e-books again include additional pop-ups, annotations, embedded links also. If we click on those links, we can go to any, suppose there are virtual labs also embedded into the content. So if we click on that, we can land on the virtual labs on Diksha. So similarly, fixed layout ebooks. Fixed layout ebooks are like PDFs only, not having much option for exploring and interacting. So therefore, those are like that. And again, NCERT uses 3 types of ebooks. I have already mentioned: PDF, flipbook, and EPUB. So flipbook is like we turn pages of a physical book. So similarly also turn the pages of a digital book. Like a physical book, I am turning the page and reading. And I have already mentioned EPUBs are helpful for visually challenged children also, because they provide us talking books as well, interactive books as well. And there are several process of digitization we follow, but I will not be taking you through that. But you can see that the flipbook can be like this. We can drag into the corner or any corner of the book, and it will turn the pages. So then the book pages are flipped. And while talking about EPUB, again there are many features of EPUB. We have cross-platform compatibility, that even if the book is placed in a different platform, but we can access it and use it also. And reflowable content. Suppose your mobile phone is only 2-inch space screen, or a 7 or 6-inch space screen. So in that case, automatically the content will be adjusted in that particular screen. So we need not to make any changes depending on the screen size, if it is tablet or it is a smartphone, or a smartphone of a lower screen size, so it can automatically. So therefore it is called a reflowable design content. And then interactive features I have already mentioned. Accessibility feature also I have already mentioned, because it is helpful for visually challenged children as well. And enhanced designing and style also it has, so that helps us. And it is also dynamic and easy for revision, so we can do that. And it is no doubt cost effective and environmentally sustainable also. Next I am taking you through the next slide. Particularly if you find a chapter looking like this, and if I cut to the screen and show you that these all ebooks I have already mentioned, it is available on NCERT website as PDF, and on Diksha as ebook and energized textbook, and also on ePathshala mobile app as PDF, flipbook, and EPUB as well. So all these 3 platforms you can download the ePathshala mobile app and also get it. And we again talk about energized textbook. So all of you might have seen, even I have a textbook of grade 1 Mridang with me, and also this book is having various chapters, and one chapter is there, me and my family and me. So if you see this particular book, I think it is visible to all of you. There is a QR code in the chapter, and for all NCERT books we have a QR code for the whole book, and also we have QR codes on each chapter, and each chapter is provided with many resources, audios, videos, interactives, and so on. So if I scan on the QR code, So it will take me to the variety of resources. If I am a teacher, tomorrow I have to make a lesson plan and present it before the children, my family and me. So, or me and my family, then I can use those resources, digital resources already in the book, and I can make use that resource during my lesson plan. And again I am taking you through, so we call it phygital. These are phygital books. Why phygital? Because the physical book which I am having here with me is having a QR code. If I scan the QR code, it is giving me the digital copy of the book. So, or digital copy of the many other resources. So, in a way, the phygital books, if you cut to the screen, see it, the phygital books, you can see the QR code is there in a chapter, and then if I scan the QR code using the mobile app, so I get all the resources available there, right? And if I take you through the next thing, these are the 3 different platforms. These are the mobile spaces. I will now show you one QR code how I will scan, and how I am going to show you. So let me see, I am using ePathshala mobile app. We are going to, if you cut to the screen, we have a mobile phone connected to the video call. I request the technical team if you can cut to the screen. Yeah. So cut to the mobile app screen. Yeah, you can see the mobile app here. So if you go back, so what scanner, how you went? So we can go to the first screen, means go back. So show the mobile phone first, don't go to applications. Back. So this is your mobile phone. Now I want to show a special application. So now I can go to the application. So maybe you can take Google Lens also, it is possible, or ePathshala Lens also we have. So by taking ePathshala Lens, so scan, we have to show that book chapter, QR code, then the resource. Go to the book chapter, first the cover page, show the cover page. You can take Google Lens also. So you can see the Google Lens on the home page only. Come to the home page. Go second icon, click on Google. Go to Google search. You can select the Google Lens also. Just see. So and go to closer to the QR code. This is chapter on Sikho. So it is for grade 1. Yeah, can you scan? Click on the link. After scanning, just see there are several resources here. So there is a audio file, there is a video file, and there are other files also. So can we go to the audio file? You can see, can we play the audio? Is it playing? Yeah. So click on the play button. Yeah. So similarly, we can play. If you can use the audio of the mobile, it can go. And go to the video, come back. Come back. So similarly, you can go to any other resources and find it also.
Welcome to the world of Smart Speak. Hi, I am Smart Speak Reader,
And
your best learning companion.
so similarly, you can find all the resources from here. You can play it also in the classroom and any other. Since time is short, I am not taking much time. We have another device. If the cameraman can focus to the book page. So see, we are designing another kind of a digital book. So it is a physical book. Mridang is grade 1 English textbook. And we are also designing these books for visually challenged children, so that using a device, a visually challenged child can listen to this book. See, I am touching this pen on this book, and It is reading for me. And similarly, I can go to the text part also. See, me and my family. So there are tactile points on it. If I am touching on this tactile point, so it will take me to the poem and also see.
Chapter 1, Two Little Hands.
Yeah, chapter 1. Two little hands. So if I touch on the.
Two little hands go clap, clap, clap. Two little legs go tap, tap, tap.
So you could listen this poem also. Even this pen will also be helpful to elaborate the picture here. Suppose there is a girl here, because a visually challenged child cannot see. So there are tactile points. If I touch on this point, it will elaborate what this girl is doing.
A picture of a little girl with wide open eyes. She is laughing and her arms are open wide upwards.
Yeah, so like this we are also preparing books, but I once again thank all of you for your patient hearing. I don't know how many questions, observations, comments you have put, but definitely your question, comments, observations, suggestions will help us to design the e-books in better way. Recently we have entered MOU with one agency and we have uploaded grade 1, 2 textbooks as cat book format also. So on a single book page, audio, video, interactives, questions, all children can get on a single page. So teachers can get on a single page. So it is digital book available on Diksha. So cat book format. So you have to search and do that. We have also integrated AI enabled search engine on Diksha. So you can search videos related to all the classes on specific themes also. And very soon you will be getting text search option on Diksha.
Hey, where are you?
Yeah, I am not
I'm
using this
missing
pen,
you.
so it is saying I am missing you. So thank you very much once again. Thanks to Dr. Koirak. Over to Dr. Koirak.
Thank you so much, sir. We would like to thank our esteemed resource persons, Professor Amrinder Behra, Joint Director, CIT. We are so much thankful to you, sir. And we have been demonstrated that live demonstration of QR code and how content are being, connected to the textbooks and other things. And I'm sure sir has much more also to show, but due to the shortness of time, it is not being possible. We look forward when we again interact with you, maybe more of such things will be shown. And sir, quick questions from the participants we'll try to take up.
Sure.
Yeah. One question is that many have asked this question. We are not allowed to use mobile phone in the school. Then how can we use mobile for teaching learning? That is what.
Actually, not only, thank you, Koirang ji. We are not only providing digital content on mobile, we are also providing digital content on desktop, laptop, tablet as well. And as far as the data of Ministry of Education is concerned, there are nearly 57% schools across India. They are having smart classes, labs also, smart boards also. So all these resources can be accessed using smart boards available in the school. Using DTH TV antennas also, we can access the PME Vidya 12, one class, one channel also. For each class we have a TV channel, and all these videos related to all these textbooks are also available on those channels. So it is not necessary that only if mobile phones you are bringing to the school, then only children are going to use, and otherwise they are not using. And another thing, I have a submission to all the teacher community, those who are watching this program. Children, they stay in the school for 6 hours only, but the remaining hours out of 6, 18 hours they are in school. So they are in home. So at home also, if you give some assignment, some brushing up of chapters and homework, so they can see all these resources, plenty of available resources, and also make use of this. Another information I would be sharing, and for foundational stage we have a e-Jadui Pitara mobile app also. But again, Koirang ji will say mobile apps are not allowed to the class. You would like to narrate a story to children, and every day bedtime stories also children ask to parents. So many a times a parent cannot access 300, 400 stories and elaborate to children. So can access all these using a AI bot already available there. 3 AI bots are used, and we listen to more and more newer stories and narrate to our children, and they will have more language and cognitive development through that.
One more question.
So thank you very much.
Sir, another question, though this has been partly answered, but many questions are of, they are thanking us and you especially, and also complimenting, nice lecture, lively, and such type of compliment are there. Another is, which has been partly answered, but many have written, so I am reading out, sir. Can we download the content from Diksha to show it in Smartboard? This is one. As a follow-up that many also asked, I think they are very impressed with the pen which we are showing, sir. From where do we get that pen, the speaking pen? That's what I asked.
Thank you very much. And definitely Diksha resources can be accessed anytime, anywhere. And it can be shown on your smartboard also and downloadable. It is available for free. Similarly, e-Pathshala resources are also, NCERT is having another mobile app. So all the digital books of NCERT are downloadable through e-Pathshala mobile app. And using Diksha also you can access all digital books of NCERT and all audios, video. There are 3,70,000 plus digital resources available on Diksha. And it is not only NCERT textbooks available on Diksha. So suppose you are in Kerala board textbooks are also available there. You have a chapter on pollution to deal with class 9, grade 9 students or grade 6 student. So you can access both the board NCERT textbooks and Kerala board textbooks. Have a mix of all that examples, contextualize the example and take some resources from here and use it in your classroom and make it more interesting. And there are 69 school boards across the country, 7,000 plus textbooks apart from 400 plus NCERT textbooks are available on Diksha and e-Pathshala and on NCERT website also. So whole world is with you. So it is up to you to how meaningfully you access all these resources and get use of it and make your teaching learning process in the classroom more interesting. Koireng mentioned about the Smart Speak pen. We have now piloted it and bulk production will be slowly be done. So get ready to buy one for your child and give it as a happy birthday gift also. So but very soon we will be bringing that. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
Thank you so much, sir, for your lively interaction and lively talk. I think now we cannot extend further, though there are quite a few number of questions, but we will close this session. Yeah. And we are so thankful to you, sir, for coming here and sparing your time and interacting with the participants. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much to all of you. Namaskar. Thanks to Dr. Koireng also. And we are thankful to NCERT, whole NCERT, Director NCERT, for allowing us to organize such program led by Head Curriculum Group NCERT. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, without wasting much time, we are deep into our time and we have, this is an extended one which we are having. We would like to just again begin the valedictory session now, and we would like to begin valedictory session. Again, welcome to the valedictory session. With us now for the valedictory session, we have our respected head of our department, Professor Ranjana Arora Madam. In fact, this program is the brainchild of Madam actually, and we have been conducting last year also, this year also. Welcome, ma'am. We are happy to have you here in this session, and kindly give us some motivating remarks to the participants and to all the resource persons who have participated in this 2 days program. Welcome, ma'am, please.
Okay. So thank you, Dr. R.R. Koirang, and thanks to all my colleagues who have coordinated this program very well. And I'm also very thankful to all the participants who joined us and really listened to this program very carefully. And I am really surprised to receive very good questions from them. And I think that we are able to respond to most of the questions. Still, there may be some questions which we are not able to respond to. But nevertheless, we are always there with you. Anytime you can ask a question to us. Even our emails are available. Even you can coordinate, or you can give us questions through your officials. We will be answering. So 2-3 very important questions which we have received repeatedly. I just want to respond to them. Though our colleagues have tried to respond to that also. Today, one request was there on the chat box that bridge program for 2025-26, they are not getting it. So I have posted exact link for that. So you will get all the bridge programs, whether it is 25-26 or it is 24-25, those programs giving now new textbook in grade 3, and grade 3 entrants have not studied grade 1 and 2 textbook. Then also there is a bridge program available on the NCERT website for grade 3. So that we call UPAN, that is 15 days bridge program. So please use that, because that program contains art education, the world around us, and physical education and well-being. So this will be helpful for teachers. If grade 4, everybody is asking about whether grade 4 bridge program is available or not. So actually we have anticipated that since grade 3 textbooks have been introduced last year, so grade 4 children do not need bridge program, because they are coming from grade 3. They are well versed with competency-based education. But in case you have not introduced grade 3 textbook last year, and you are now going to introduce grade 4 textbook this year, then perhaps since grade 3 book is already available, 3 books are already available, grade 3 books, you can take help from those books, and you can have some kind of your own bridge program for grade 4 students who are being introduced to grade 4 textbook. And in case you are getting grade 4 textbook little later, then you just recapitulate whatever there in grade 3 textbooks, as yesterday Anup Rajputji has very nicely explained that there are lots of quizzes, lots of challenging questions which can be repeated many times with children, and this will really develop in them critical thinking, problem solving, decision making, and creativity, which are really very important skills, and we do call these skills as 21st century skills. So these are some of the concerns we are responding to. Your questions and your suggestions and your concerns. So please do take care of this. Actually, we are in the curriculum transition phase, and whenever we are in the curriculum transition phase, there are issues like this, and we want children to be prepared for smooth curriculum transition. So do understand this. Now we are moving towards competency-based education, and competency-based education, integration of experiential learning, cultural rootedness, multilingual education, these kinds of perspective requires lots of preparation on the part of teacher. and on the part of key resource persons. So I have requests to all the key resource persons, do handhold your teachers, and whenever you need any support from NCERT, anytime you want some kind of quick program or some kind of hand-holding program from our side, do inform us. We are always there to conduct those kinds of programs for you, even at 7 o'clock evening or at 8 o'clock night. We don't mind, because our concern is that children should get quality textbooks, quality material, and quality pedagogy from your side. So this is our humble request. So I will not take more time, because I have to go to Director Sir to request him for the valedictory session. So now I would hand over to Dr. R.R. Koireng. But anyhow, I am very, very thankful to officials of Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan, CBSE, Atomic Energy Education Society, and Army Welfare Education Society for deputing their key resource persons and teachers on very short notice. And also I am very thankful to all the key resource persons and teachers. Yesterday, the number on YouTube has crossed 19,000. So 19,000 teachers have watched this program, and this is really a very, very good number for all of us. And yesterday, 1,000 key resource persons were there on Zoom link. Today, this number is less. So I have a request to make to all the officials who have joined us, that motivate your key resource persons and teachers to join us in this kind of program. And of course, they should, now programs are available on NCERT YouTube official. So motivate all the teachers to see this program again and again. And if you need presentations, we will also be able to share PPT form presentation also, if they are not able to look at properly on YouTube. So we will be doing that. So do ask us, do inform us. So with this, I am very thankful to my colleagues also, Dr. Koireng, Dr. Shivani, Professor K. Vijayan, Dr. Mohanty, and all the key resource, Dr. Ritu Chandra, and all the key resource persons, all the resource persons who have come here and interacted with you in their respective textbook, subject-wise textbook session. Thank you one and all. Thank you, and I am very, very thankful to our esteemed director, Professor D.P. Saklani ji, who is continuously monitoring us, guiding us, and telling us that you should not take it as an event, you should take it as an impact. So we need to see impact of these kinds of programs. We should not see these programs as an event. Thank you very much to one and all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your motivational words and powerful words, ma'am. We feel encouraged, in fact. So now we would like to move further. We have senior officials from CBSE, KVS, Atomic Energy Education Society, then Army Welfare Education Society actually. We would like to invite them if they have a few words to share with us. And I take this opportunity now to invite Rajni Thakur ma'am from Army Welfare Education Society. Madam, are you there? Can you unmute?
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Yes, sir, I'm there, sir.
Oh, we would like to share something, ma'am. Say something.
Yes, sir, absolutely. It was amazing to these 2 days for us, I think, and for all the teachers also. And now we've been reading NCERT books from childhood and seeing it moving leaps and bounds to modernity, and whatever any other modern publisher or any other, even in Middle East, somebody can provide everything NCERT is providing. And it was mind-blowing to see the last part, sir, wherein all the technology was displayed, that what all is there in the any kind of book available these days. Everything was there with our NCERT. And I'm sure teachers had all the valid questions that digital boards are there in school or not there, why mobile app is there. Once they'll start using it, they'll understand. I think everyone will understand that multiple ways of teaching and you have ways of teaching will always help us. Where digital board is not there, teacher can refer to the mobile anytime. If you have a digital board, then straight away you can use digital board. If you don't have internet, offline mode can work. So these kind of flexibility which NCERT has provided to the teachers is amazing, and the books would be used to the optimum level, I guess. It was really amazing and eye opener for us, I think everyone, that how these books have to be really used. Thank you so much, NCERT, for devoting valuable time with all our teachers, with all the other organizations also, teachers who are here. Thank you to all the RPs and everyone who was organized. I'm sure we all are motivated to have more sessions with NCERT anytime. Thank you so much. Ranjana ma'am, thank you so much. Sir.
Right, right. We are also, in fact, thankful to your society for deputing key resource persons, because NCERT is preparing school textbooks, and it is our duty also to, tell about the books on how to use it, in what way they can use it. So it is our, primary duty also. Since we are preparing textbook, it is also our duty. And you all have deputed teachers, and I hope we have in a fruitful interaction in these 2 days, and we also look forward for your further cooperation and participation. I would now want to invite Ritu Pallavi ma'am. Ma'am, are you there from KVS? Ritu Pallavi ma'am? Ma'am, can you?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
Okay, okay. Welcome, ma'am. Yeah.
Just a minute, sir. I'm trying to.
Would you like to say a few words, ma'am? Yeah. Yes.
Yes, sir. Very good evening to all of you. And I must thank esteemed Director of NCERT, Joint Director, sir, Ranjana ma'am, and whole team of professors who have devoted so much of time today. And as you said that this is a brainchild of Ranjana madam, so I must say that she has done something amazing for teachers, and in the, I should say, larger benefit and greater good for teachers, this is actually. And these sessions were really eye-opening session experience for all the teachers. I was personally viewing few sessions, and I was mesmerized, the kind of hand-holding, the kind of support and detailed, well-structured explanation have been given by the professors. Actually, these books are basically meant for teachers. These are support material for teacher. But I would say that at this stage, at preparatory stage, these books attract children for learning. So this book, we should use these books with utmost care, applying our creativity and critical thinking. And who knows this better than NCERT? So I must say that after today's session and yesterday's session, our teachers will follow these instructions so that they can make their teaching more engaging. And as Madam said, that impact should be there. So I think these sessions would really be beneficial for teachers for giving engaging experience and providing impact, and we can see that transformation in classrooms, especially for the textbooks of class 4th and 5, and the bridge course, that is also very much important, and the kind of explanation given by Behra sir regarding digital use of these textbook and through PAN and other things. So the kind of questions put it by teachers I was seeing, this shows that they all were really mesmerized and by these sessions. So I just say, I can say that I sincerely thank NCERT on behalf of KVS. And I hope that other sessions like we have planned for class 7th and class 8th, those sessions will be equally beneficial for all of us. Thank you. Thanks a lot for accepting our request for such sessions. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Sure, ma'am. We are also thankful to you and your organization for deputing teachers to participate, and the key resource person, of course, to participate in this program. Yeah. Next, I would like to invite Nidhi Raheja, ma'am. from Atomic Energy Education Society. Madam, are you there?
Yes, sir. A very good evening, sir.
A very good evening, ma'am. Yeah.
Namaste. A
Namaste,
very good evening,
namaste.
everyone.
Yeah. Would you like
As,
to share something so you can
yes,
take your
sir.
time?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I
please.
would be very happy and honored to share our experiences, what our teachers have shared with us for NCERT. It has been an enlightening orientation program, and we are filled with immense gratitude that we have been a part of this program. On behalf of Atomic Energy Education Society, I and all our teachers were honored to be a part of this wonderful journey in understanding the new textbooks. Over the last 2 days, the journey has been full of learning, reflection, and we have grown professionally even in such a short time. By just listening to whatever was told to us about the class 3, 4, and 5, the grade textbooks. So, thank you so much, NCRT. And on behalf of AES, we would also like to thank the distinguished resource persons for sharing their knowledge and expertise with us. So, that I'm sure has made the teachers a lot more confident and inspired them to approach the textbook a little differently than what it was last time. And I would also like to extend my heartfelt thank you to the participants from KVS, NVS, Army Welfare Society, Education Society, the different schools across the world, and AES, because the questions and feedback that was given by the teachers from all the organizations helped everyone, not just them, but everyone, whether it was on Zoom or YouTube. So thank you so much for that. By working together, I'm sure the educators will feel more powerful and would like to give their full potential in their schools. At the end, I extend a grateful, heartfelt thank you to the director of NCERT, Professor Saklani, and Joint Director, Sir Dr. Amrendra Behra, and very, very important, Dr. Anjana Arora, Professor and Head of Department of Curriculum Studies and Development, and her entire team of professors and the support staff who have impeccably planned and executed this program. Your enthusiasm and dedication is an inspiration. One thing which I have seen in the programs which I have attended with NCERT, especially with Dr. Arora, they are always open to suggestion. They always keep an open channel of communication. As Madam said, your suggestions are always welcome. It's a fact. In the last 2 days, we gave a few suggestions and they were acted upon. Small, minor ones, but I have actually seen the change happen. So, teachers, do give your feedbacks. It is going to benefit the future students. Thank you so much and wishing everyone all the best and looking forward to the sessions on 7th and 8th for class 7 and 8. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for your kind words. And we are also thankful to your organization for deputing teachers. And we look forward to work with all of you again. Now, please don't go away. Be online. We have with us our Honorable Director NCERT will be joining us. So please wait. Hello. Okay. Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, Guru. Yes.
Okay. I would like to now welcome our Honorable Director NCERT, Professor D.P. Saklani, sir. Actually, sir has been always, motivating us, and he has been really concerned with school education, the whole idea of this NCF, then NEP, then textbooks, training teachers. He has taken keen interest in fact, day and night, in fact, here. Sir, we are very happy to have you, and participants have been waiting for you, in fact, sir. And we would like to, and the participants would like to listen some motivational remarks from you, sir. So over to you, sir.
Okay, Koirang, thank you. Thank you. Good evening to all of you. Professor Anjana Arora, Department of Curriculum, Head Department of Curriculum, all the colleagues from NCERT, and all the participants who have been joining us and being with us for 2 days, starting from yesterday. Now this is the culmination of the journey of the transition of education system, learning about the new textbooks. So it is very simple. If we try to open our minds and hearts, then there is no conservation and reservation, and we can transit very easily and happily. That sense of happiness brings a lot of difference, which I have been always saying that if we are starting our new journey with the new textbooks, we should have very much enthusiastic first of all. We should have keenness and high spirit. So with that, we accept the things. Then we go deeper into that. I hope that in the last 2 days, our faculty members actually who have been into this process of developing the holistic learning teaching material, they might have given you their experience, their feeling, their knowing, understanding of the textbooks. And you are the people who really take and understand these things down to the students. So I hope that these 2 days might have been fruitful, and you yourself will critically ask questions to yourself that now how much aware you are about the perspective of NEP 2020 being translated into textbooks through NCF. NCF is a medium. From NEP we come to NCF, and then the real gain is the textbooks in the form of textbooks and learning teaching material, because students will never know about NEP and the curriculum frameworks, these happy documents and so philosophical documents. They will just have the textbooks with them and they will enjoy those textbooks. So you might have now in 2 days interacting with our faculty members, discussing among yourselves, and I will suggest that when this group is joining with us, whether you are 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, you should have your own group then, and you can interact with each other about your own experiences. So share the experiences with others. Those who are joining us, who have joined us yesterday, who have joined us today, can't you make a WhatsApp group and share your experiences and share your ideas? Each and every human being has his or her own way of thinking and taking things. And when we integrate all these, then we have a very, very rosy picture and we know about each other. So you all people who are joining us in this training program, you can share your idea, you can form your group. Social media is a big help nowadays in that way. And that group should always chat on the NCERT educational journey, textbook and learning teaching material, and how NEP is being translated into that. The real feelings should be that. And teachers must know about NCF. Teachers must know about NEP 2020. You all are the senior officers from Atomic Energy, from Army Welfare Society, from KBS, from CBSE. So we must know about NEP, NCF, but how we are going to take that to the students, that should be very, very subtle, and that should be very, very enjoyable. It should not be burdened with jargons and with such type of happy ideas and happy wordings that students may not enjoy that. How to make that those enjoyable, those of keeping the educational thought process to the students. So for that, these new textbooks and bridge program is aptly developed, and I expect that all of you will be continuously with us in this journey. Whatever you feel, please give feedback. And I have already requested all of you to take this to the classroom and get the feedback about the teachers who are teaching after having this training. So what else is required to be done for making this training more fruitful? If you feel that there is any constructive, positive suggestions to improve the training process in any form, we are open to that. You can send your feedback and we'll reformulate, revise our training program accordingly. Our sole purpose is to make the program successful, and that success depends on the result outcome of the program. So that's what I wanted to say, and we'll continue this journey with each other. We'll be interacting. NCERT is always open to this, and we'll be coming to you in future also. Wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Thanks to Curriculum Department, Professor Ranjana Arora, Koirang, Shankar Mohanty, all colleagues, and thanks to all of you who have joined us. And I hope that feeling of having something different from what you already had. Thank you. Thank you very much. All the best.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, thank you for your kind and motivating words, sir. This means a lot to all of us, including the participants from KVS, AEES, CBSE, and AEES. Ma'am, Ranjana ma'am? Hello? Okay. With this, I would like to give a formal word of thanks to all of you. First of all, I thank our Honorable Director NCERT, Professor D.P. Saklani sir, for being with us and for his motivating words, always encouraging us, in fact, and how to take this idea of NCF, NEP through textbooks to the grassroots level. And today we have begun that journey also. Last year we started, last year, and this is a part of the journey that we are taking. And I also thank our respected Professor Ranjana Arora ma'am, who is the head of the Department of Curriculum Studies and Development in NCERT. Madam has been, as I said before also, has been the brainchild of all these programs, and she has been constantly encouraging us and also working with not only NCERT but other organizations also, and also motivating them also. That's why we have been able to organize this program today. I am so thankful to her also. And my colleagues from the Department of Curriculum Studies and Development, Professor Vijayanji, Professor Shankarji, Dr. Shivani-ji, Dr. Salu-ji. So they have worked very hard, and also all the administrative staff of the department. I am also thankful to the senior officials from the KVS, from the Atomic Energy Education Society, from the Army Welfare Education Society, and the CBSE for deputing all the key resource persons and teachers for this orientation program. And also thankful to Madam Ritu Pallavi, Madam Nidhi Raheja, and Madam Rajni Thakur for being with us during the whole of this session. In fact, they are still here in the valedictory session also. I am thankful to all of them. I am very much thankful to our resource person from NCERT who has been kind enough and who has taken their time to also interact with all of us and put forth what ideas has gone into that to come out with these types of materials. So I am thankful to all of them. So with this word, I wish you all the very best, and hopefully by Monday we will be beginning for class 7 and 8 textbooks. So hopefully we will meet again by that time. So for today, thank you to all of you and all the very best. Yeah, thank you.